The Wild Wild West.
Nice. Yeah, we were just talking plane crashes. Too many, man. Way too many.
That shit got niggas scared, shit.
Dude, I'm telling you, I flew. I had to fly with my wife, and I was just ready. I was like, man, if this is it, this is it. That's crazy, dude, how the helicopter just flew into that fucking plane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, they didn't see it on, like, the radio, like the radius scan or whatever. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It gets people's wheels spinning in a really bad way where it's like, why? How the fuck did that happen?
And then this the crazy part. I never listen to what they tell me. Like, yo, so grab the oxygen and everything. Bro, if something happened, I'm a freak. And how's that going to save us?
I know, dude.
They talk about wear a seatbelt. Yeah, a seatbelt when the helicopter hit the plane.
Yeah, you're
That's
fucked.
too crazy.
Yeah, and then if you like when I fly with my kids, they make me read the brochure to them. So like, read this, and I have to like, why do they have their heads down in their laps? I'm like, that's if you just want to get a little extra comfortable in case we got to land really quick. And I'm like, that's what you do to keep you from like freaking out. Like that's what happens. You're about to die. And they tell you to like try to blow yourself. Do you ever see the picture? They're like, put your head in your lap, and it's like, bro, I'm just gonna go out.
Anybody even that damn flexible, and if you is that flexible, you sus.
True. That's
like
true.
what you doing? Like,
that's true. Yeah, that would be crazy to see somebody like think they're going down and just have their head just like right in their lap, and you're like, bro.
Man, Lord forbid, but something like that happen. First off, I'm not getting out in no single file. I'm pushing my way through. You know what I'm saying? It sounds fucked up, but I'm grabbing my go-yard bag.
Yeah.
I already lost my so basically you're gonna lose everything that you check in, right? So that's gone.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I gotta say something. I'm grabbing that and I'm getting the fuck, but
then you gotta go down a yellow inflatable slide.
But that's if you land. But if you have something in the air or something, I'm in an airplane, like if something happened, you go down the inflatable side, by the grace of God, you blessed.
Yeah, true.
Cause just being in the air, anything happen, that's scary as shit.
Yeah, dude. The fucking plane gets on fire. Did you see that one video with the plane? Like it was in, I think,
Houston.
No, there was one months ago in Brazil.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if it was Brazil. It was another country, and the engines lost power, and it just fell. Like, it didn't even crash. It just fell dead out of the sky. Like, insane.
So how they land?
Dude, they exploded.
Nobody
landed. It literally, it just lost power. Like, if, you think airplane crash, you're like that. This just stopped and was like, boom, and did like a dead spin and just fell. Dude, it was the most fucked up shit I've ever seen. But, I flew this weekend. I'm all right. I flew.
For sure.
Back and forth. And again, this is the best time.
Y'all got to tighten up. You get discounts.
Well, that was the fucked up thing, because then both political sides started blaming each other. They're like, Republicans were like doing the DEI stuff, and then the Democrats were like, you fired the head of the FAA, the federal whatever. Right. But then it's like, dude, so you're telling me if one guy, you guys have an organization where one guy leaves, everything starts to crash? It's like, what was he doing, all the fucking glow sticks himself? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
They need to tighten up. I don't know. I feel like we might be under attack.
I know.
I feel like they're like, bro, this too, bro. It's more safe to ride an airplane than drive your Hellcat down fucking 6th Street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
So all this shit happening like that, I don't know, man. Just too much going on right now, just.
I know. Dude, weird. It's getting weird, man. I'm off the porn right. I'm actually, dude, I'm in a fasted state right now. Not talking about just off the porn and stuff. I'm off. Right. I haven't eaten in 2 days.
For real?
Yeah, I'm just fasting. Juicing? I'm in a state of grace. No, nothing. Just water, a little bit of coffee.
Only time I could do that is on Adderall.
Oh, you could do that.
Yeah, 2 days easy. That ain't shit.
You should do an Adderall fast. That'd be sick.
Hell yeah, get a lot of shit done. Right. But Adderall, see, I'm glad that you fasting off porn.
Yeah.
I watch so much porn when I pop Adderall.
Really?
I just want to be alone for 2 hours.
Oh, you're stim fapping. It's called stim fapping.
Stim fapping. What's that? Put me on game.
Stim fapping is when you use stimulants and just go into a porn hole and just allow yourself to fap. It's like chemsex. I'm not. It's chemsex. Gay guy. I'm obviously not drawing the comparison, but chemsex is big in the gay community where you just get like whacked on meth, and it's just dudes on meth.
Nah, I ain't
just
doing
for like
it,
days straight. I'm not saying you're doing that, but stim fapping's the hetero version of that.
I don't stim nothing. I just all this shit stem from the Adderall, and me just wanting 2 hours to myself.
I feel like Adderall shrivels your dick. I don't even know how.
Yeah, then it get complicated because then you on all kind of rhino pills. Yeah, man, I might. Hey, let me know what you going through. Like, yeah, I need a fast.
The Adderall rhino, dude, you're definitely stim fapping, by the way. If you're telling me you're entering rhino pills in there, that's stim fapping.
No, that's not stim fasting. It's called being 30 plus.
Well, here, dude, if you go off the porn, I was literally just thinking about this today. I've been off it, thank God. I mean, it's been since like the new year, which is that's pretty good for me because I'm a bit of an avid consumer myself. But dude, when you go off of it, your brain really does rewire to the point where like you can just like smell a lady's perfume and you're like, holy shit. Like when you were a kid,
true.
You get back to that because I really think like porn has, I feel like it's made all of us more gay. Like I'm not saying everyone's gay, but I'm saying like here's the thing: if you walk by and you see a lady's shoulders and you get kind of chubbed up, you're definitely less gay than a guy who doesn't get chubbed up from seeing a lady's shoulders. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching porn, you're just slowly, you're still hetero.
Yeah,
but you're drifting.
I get what you're saying, but all this stem flabbing ain't got nothing to do with me, Cap. I don't know. I don't like this.
You're not stem flabbing. You're not stem flabbing.
But nah, I know what you mean. Like, oh, now she got to be bent over showing it. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? For you to get hard, whether you could just see something.
It's a vicious cycle, dude. Like the OnlyFans, because then the women now are just contorting themselves into like artificial.
It's the women. It's these new camera filters.
Yeah, true.
And it's fucking, when Twitter turned to X, it was over with. Goddamn Twitter. And like, that's why I'm at. Like my Twitter space. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to do something positive. Let me go look at some sneaker shit. Go look at some clothes. Up is a yellow bone with green eyes fingering herself.
Yep, I know.
Up is the one giving head. Oh, she's actually kind of good.
You got to say you're not interested.
What's she in Houston? No.
Not interested. You got to go,
sure,
not interested.
Sure.
No, thank you, Elon. And just, I'm telling you, dude, it makes a huge difference for me, man, just getting off that shit altogether.
Nah, for sure.
Because then it's like, dude, women now look like fucking artificial beings. Like, they're chasing an ideal that's just like completely artificial and they're shredding themselves into oblivion.
Man, like some of the most beautiful women, they go get all these surgeries, and I don't want to offend nobody, say nothing. Is this live?
No. We can edit whatever.
Cut it. But they go, then they do all that work, just start looking like a
Wild West.
It's a good
it's
point.
Like,
it's
damn.
a fair point.
Like,
and they're getting more gay. The women are getting more gay. The guys are getting more gay.
They've been gay.
True. They've been.
Every woman got an ounce of gay in them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
women tell me that, or like all of them a little bi.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For
but
sure.
With that, it's like they doing it to oppress themselves because all that, I still like natural bodies. Every female don't got to have the fattest ass.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I still like little shit like freckles, the normal shit. You know what I'm saying? I like normal hips and shit, but then they go get them hard ass titties. Ladies, you know how hard it is to have sex with them hard ass shit. I'm a layer. So I like to lay on you and shit like that. Then I'm already kind of big. So I'm filling them down rocks into my titties and then your titties. I'm like, God damn.
They're boring into you. They're just fucking digging into your body.
But they look good though. You know, some ladies like, you know, man, whatever build your self-esteem, you want to do that shit, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they're not building their self-esteem. They have fucking, they're getting like, they're shooting, I think Botox is like snake venom.
Yeah.
It relaxes your like nervous system, your muscles in your
I was
face.
just saying that so I don't get canceled.
No, dude, they're not. They need to hear it.
No.
They need to hear it, dude. I mean, I'm
sure.
not like trying to be like a big hard ass like fucking ladies listen up, but it's like, dude, if you think about it, like we've got there was if you ever listen to like the Brave New World or read it, Aldous Huxley's like a book about the future. He had this big thing where it was like we've traded like real interpersonal communications for, he called it the pneumatic ideal, which is like women specifically are like the women of the future he predicted would just be like pumped full of air to give her a pleasing appearance, but then men would fall in love with this thing that's essentially hollow and worthless. It's kind of fucked up. But if you think about it, dude, it's like, so you have women, if you think about women and OnlyFans, it's like, all right, we can do OnlyFans, we can make millions of dollars, blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, and I'm not saying this to be a dickhead, I think scientific fact, they'd be happier to have a kid.
Right.
It's like you could just put up like neurological brain scans and say, all right, what is there more like serotonin and like dopamine?
Right,
and like
right.
You can measure the chemicals. Which are flowing more when you're holding your child or if you're stiff, like putting like marbles up your asshole on a camera? Hands down, dude. It's like not even close. Sure. It's not even close. So it's like, yeah, dude. But then, it's like, but then if you can make millions of dollars as everyone's fapping to it, it's like,
for sure.
I'm an avid fapper, dude. And I've been off, thank God. Because once you have kids, you have to stop.
Man, my daughter made me stop. And plus my baby mama, it was just to the point where like it was fucking up our relationship. Porn, watching that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Did you ever get caught?
I just get caught jacking off and try to play sleep. Like, what the hell you doing? Or like, she'll walk out, try to play sleep, but then I got my third leg standing up so the cover just...
It sucks when they catch you,
The
dude.
craziest part was when my mama first called me. I tried to play sleep and she snatched the cover back. And then like, she go to Bath and Body Works and she got a it was called Cherry Blossom.
So
the whole room smelled like cherry blossom. I'm like, fuck.
I know the exact scent.
But like once you got to a certain age, because I got a cousin named Big Steve, and since I got caught jacking off, you know, you with the boys, they gonna always tease you. Then once everybody turned 30, they all admitted, nigga, we all do it. We men, we all do it. We just come to you because you got caught, fool. And shit like that. So
who did you get caught by?
I got caught by my mama. I got caught by my brother before.
Damn.
I got caught by one of my older sisters, not my new one. And I got caught.
It sucks, dude.
Yeah, man, you gotta be
I've
better
gotten
at it.
caught so many times, dude. It's embarrassing. It sucks.
sure.
And there's no way. I just got caught this weekend. There's no way. I snuck off to the shower in the morning. I thought it was safe. I was like,
Right.
look, I'm not going to bother you. And then she was like, what are you doing in there? And I was like, same thing. Standing in the
They be
shower.
knowing, too. They be knowing. Then that's what fucked up. I'm like, just let me get my nut and shut the fuck up.
I was trying to, that's my thing. I'm trying to be nice because I'm not trying to bother you. I'm like, all right, I'm like, let's just get out of here. We got to fly today. I'm going to rub one out real quick. We'll get on the plane. Just, what are you doing? And I was like, stand in the shower with a boner. Like, no, I just woke up. It's natural. And she was
Right.
like, I saw what you were doing. And I was like, no, you didn't. And then like, you know, then I'm caught lying. I'm like, God damn it. And I'm like, yes, I was.
Why do they try to make us feel so fucking bad? I feel like the worst person on earth.
But that's the thing too. I feel like a lot of the shame is like just self-possessed. Cause she's like, yeah, if you want to do it, go ahead. I don't mind. She's like, I was just like, oh shit. So kind of spun it into some, freaky morning stuff. But it was like,
Sometimes they do.
yeah, I
It
spun it.
depends on you know what I'm saying, how they coming, but
We had our own little like, what was it called? The Young King party.
what's that?
Oh, sorry. It was Diddy, it was like the latest Diddy thing. Where he wasn't having
no.
freak offs. They were Young King party. I'm sorry. Young King nights or something. It was.
I ain't
called.
gonna lie. I used to go to Diddy's son parties.
Did you really?
Yeah, I never seen that shit, but I never go upstairs. I know, like, I'm at a party, this ain't my house. I'm here, I'm thugging, but I went to a Halloween party one time, and I didn't know there was Diddy inside the It costume. He walking around and shit, but I never seen that kind of like, I come in, me and my niggas. This back before I was on liquor. Now I drink liquor party. I was on lean, so I'm in there like, weak ass rappers, you know nothing. Come on, y'all, let's go. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never see that shit.
Well, yeah, I heard. And this was like again, who the fuck knows anything about it? But I watched it. Did you ever watch Soft White Underbelly?
I love that.
I love that fucking show, dude.
show.
There was a lady who said she was there, and it was much more like organized because it was like she was outside. According to her, she was outside. There was like an outside of the party, then there's like the inside, and it's like back and forth, and there's like security. And she says she was let into the inside, and that's why a lot of people were there, but they were like, I didn't really see anything because there's like a kind of like a party within the party that like is
Right.
kind of selective, and they have people. Someone reached out to her and was like, "We want you to come in," and then she came in and she was like, "I just saw some pretty wild shit," and was like, just took off.
Yeah.
But it's a shame that happened because now everyone's
They
on.
know who to select. They ain't gonna select me for no shit like that.
Well, everyone's on high guard now because it's like it just sucks. It's like everyone. It was like the Epstein thing when Epstein
Right,
got
right,
in trouble. Everyone was like, "You motherfuckers are all child molesters," and it's like, bro, I promise you, I didn't do that.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, it's tough. But the Young King night is, I mean, from a branding perspective, from just a brand, it's such a funny thing to call. Whatever the fuck he was
Niggas
doing.
can't even have party nights no more and shit like that. Like,
It's got to be board games now, dude.
I just go to the club. That's what I call it. The booty club.
Yeah, so I was actually curious about that. What's the etiquette? So say like you're in the club,
Right.
you're there, there's like girls around and stuff. Do people like? Do you ever like fart in the club, or do you try to like keep that to a minimum?
I mean, shit. If I do it real subtle and I make it a poop and I move around a lot of people so I can blame somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But it depends. Like, if Lloyd, I can Steve right there, I'm like, yeah, bitch, that's why I farted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something because they my boys. But like, around one of the strippers, I'm like, hey, that's you, Get
Yeah.
out there, get her in.
How often does that happen? Does somebody just like crush a club with a hard fart?
I don't know. I don't know what made you ask me that. What thing, but
You're talking about the club, and I was curious
yeah,
about
but like farting, that's crazy. But I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Why
don't
is
know
there
what
such
everybody
a-
else booty doing, but I know that I might poot a couple of times throughout the night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've never heard a rapper you hear all this like stuff about the club. I never heard anyone mention farting in the
Farting
club.
in the club.
And I know it happens.
Man, the most smell you gonna smell in a strip club is a female with bad pH.
Yeah, true. That is a different. That's probably a battle.
And then it's so fucked up. I could tell like certain pH, you're like, okay, that smell like salmon. I don't know what she would. Then you smell another one like, okay, no, she's in a relationship. Whoever she fucking with keeps nothing in her and throwing off her pH. It's different smells to the pH. Or you might be like, she coming off her period.
Yo, man, yeah, that makes that's crazy. You're getting this close up on him. There's the fit.
Bro, come on. You know, sometimes they throwing that ass in your face.
It's
I might
true.
be shooting a video.
It's true. No, that's true. That's actually fucking awesome. By the way,
Man, I know a nigga that was in a strip club. He got this close. He got pink eye.
What?
Pink eye the next day.
There's a strip club in Philly. If you're ever there, I actually don't even recommend you go there. But
Is it on the northwest side?
No, this isn't like South Philly. It's called Show and Tell.
Oh no.
But they would have. What was the one you were talking about?
Hey, what's the name of that strip club? Huh? Set It Off.
No, I don't know about Set It Off. I've never been. But Show and Tell was BY. You bring your own beer, and you would go. You can go there. You know, when you're like 18, whatever.
Right.
And they used to. When I was younger, they had live dildo shows where they would have women on stage. And dude, these were clearly like addicted to heroin. These were like junkies on stage, like fucking Band-Aids on their butt. Like it was bad. And they would just fucking like dildo each other. And then they would like reach it into the crowd, and the dudes would be like, whoa, like dipping away, like get that the fuck away from me.
Y'all doing, see out here, we just got, it be like bad bitches.
Yeah.
White, black, Puerto Rican. Like all, like, you know what I'm saying, the bad ones. Someone got their body done, but Texas, it's a lot of thick when we having a lot of thick shit out there.
Yeah.
So like, that's what our strip club be. On the East Coast, y'all strippers be ugly, y'all bartenders be the shit. Like,
It's true.
Like y'all
The
should be having
bartender's so much
like
better
the gun wounds, stab wounds, all that kind of shit. And then they think they gonna get money, missing tooth. Meanwhile, the bartender got 30 tricks. She probably making 30K a night, like Bernice Burgo said. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's money in New York. It's money in Philly.
Yeah.
Like when them niggas trick, they trick hard. So the bartenders live in luxury, and the strippers really broke. But in Houston, it's opposite.
Really?
Hell yeah.
That's
The
as it
strippers
should
make
be
the
though.
money.
The bartender should be kind of like busted, and the stripper should be.
I mean,
better.
they make it, but our bartender's not better than the strippers.
That's a weird thing I never thought about, because the bartender's always like,
Why they do that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But I think what they usually do is what I've heard is they can kind of entice a woman into the bartending position. Like, no, you're just a
Right.
bartender, and then slowly try to get her up on stage.
But nah, it's like
And the
if
life
you know,
destroys
like
her.
if you go to Starlets, if you go to like Atlantis, like in New York, or like in Philly, I forgot that one strip club in Philly. Like the bartenders is where it's at.
I know. I've trust me. I've definitely seen this. What
Like
you're talking
that,
about.
like that's like the prime thing. I'm like, that's just weird because they not the ones shaking ass.
Yeah.
They're not like they do a little something, but they just like, you know, held on the pedestal. They be bad too though. They be some bad. I ain't gonna lie. The East Coast got some badass bartenders.
Yeah, I might. You know, I've been kind of like hot for a charitable cause. I might go back to Philly and try to get like the thicken the strippers up.
Yeah.
That could be my charity.
Yeah, for sure.
Feed them properly, raise awareness, because there's some like really
Cornbread
scraggly.
and cabbage.
True.
Get them right.
There's some really scraggly, like, dude, it's pretty, I used to deliver beer, and I would go deliver beer to the strip clubs, and like, I would go in there like 12, like noon, just dropping
Right.
cases of beer off, and you would see the dudes in there did you ever go like in the afternoon time? Which I have done myself. As
Man,
well.
that's too damn early. Look, I ain't that horny. I ain't.
Dude, it's nice.
I
You
ain't
can sit
thinking
there
like
and talk.
that.
You can like talk to them.
But
when it's
nah, but
quiet.
that's more. But like, you know, I'm black, you white. Even though you black, you still white. So like at the same time, it's like y'all want to go. Cause look, this how. All right, look, this how the black man cheat on their wife, or like cheat. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you don't do that. He's a very good man. My boy don't do that, but I'm gonna just bust it down how we do it. Well, how people do it. Black man, yeah, baby, I'm gonna be out with the boys. I got studio all night. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's gonna be some real nighttime shit.
Yeah.
So it's some nighttime, very sneaky club. Woo woo. The white man, white collar man, they work and go like this. Whenever like them paralegal niggas are like lawyers and niggas with money, like the white collar crime or like just the like that type. So lunch is at noon, right?
Yeah.
They go fuck the men's club up. They be in there with their suits, all that shit. The guys drinking beer and they're tipping big ass money, fucking up their mortgage salaries, but they gonna get it back on these strippers during the day. So that's what the white man do. He like to go to the strip club doing, cause like, you know, I know a lot of strippers. Like they be telling me that they make more money doing the day shift than the night shift. Or they might work at like St. James, which is like kind of cabaret where like, why do white men want to talk at the strip club? Y'all always want to grab a stripper and talk to them.
Dude, I love
So they'll
to talk to
grab one,
strippers.
because then look, they be like, conversation rule the nation. So if the girl got good conversation, she could break them for more money. Niggas want to go stand on the couch and hit it in the head with money, throw it up, shoot a music video with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's different etiquettes.
True, there is.
So that's why you like going to the strip club.
I love the
during the
daytime.
afternoon.
They get too active at nighttime. During the day, you can talk to them. At nighttime, it's like the
Right.
flip switches, and they're just too like.
For sure.
You can really talk to them. And it's also like, I used to love to like just ask them like, what's like the craziest shit? Like, what's like the weirdest request you've ever had, just out of personal curiosity? And dude, it's pretty jarring. Have you ever gotten into that with them?
Hell yeah. Like, I know one girl, it ain't that bad, but like a nigga be getting like 4,000 a video just to sneeze.
What? That's
like,
pretty
how
fucking
you?
weird. Really?
Sneeze, like the sneeze and different. Like, one time he said, walk in the room, turn around and sneeze. Gave her like 3,500.
What?
For a video. She wasn't even naked or nothing. Everybody, I don't know, people be having different fetishes and shit like.
Yeah, I talked to one lady one time who said that she got, I think like $2,000 or $1,000 for a guy would, or she would have her and her friends like pee in like a bar glass, and they'd have to watch, he would drink their pee at the bar, and it'd give him like $2,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty tight. I mean, it's cool to be that fun. It's crazy.
Would you do that?
No, dude, hell no. Just for health reasons, I wouldn't drink.
Drinking piss
Stripper
is crazy.
pee would get you fucked up, though. If you drank stripper pee, you would probably get kind of fucked up.
But you know what's crazy? A lot of girls like to be peed on.
Really?
Hell yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just learned that.
They like it.
They like that shit.
Shower or where
It's like this new like this new little wave of women, like 25 and shit like that. They like that. And they like to eat ass.
Damn, free R. Kelly.
Yeah,
Way ahead of his time. A man ahead of his time, a sexual pioneer.
You know what I'm saying? And they like to eat ass. Like, that shit is crazy. Like,
Yeah, I've heard
a
they
girl
all eat
asked
ass.
me that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hell no, I don't know how to feel. Then think about it. How do I position myself
Dude,
and feel like a man
there's no good way to do
after
it.
getting your ass ate?
Squat. You could squat over her.
Man, come on, man. No. Now I feel like I'm getting hit. Like,
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
and then like I'm a man, so I hang. I have a limb. You eating my ass, now I feel like you eating my pussy or something. I feel like a bitch. Like,
yeah, this is what's happening. The girls are trying to capture men by reflecting what they're seeing in pornography, and everyone's getting increasingly more. Which it's one of those things where people aren't even going to care about gay stuff in 40 years anyway. So
I mean,
you
I
could
don't
be
got
dying on a hill that
I don't
doesn't
got
matter.
no problem with no gay people. Nothing.
For sure.
And plus, there's nothing gay that you could do with a woman.
That's what I'm saying.
But it'd be some shit crazy. Like, one time I was having sex with my baby mother, and she licked my nipple, and I was like, oh, what the fuck was that?
That's undeniable. That shit.
I was like, what is this? Do I like this?
Definitely, everyone does. You can't argue with that. It's unbelievable. That's my go-to personally.
Word.
Yeah, if I'm on top, I'll be like, come on. I need you.
Oh, I'm knocking over shit.
You don't need rhinos, dude. You just need her to latch on there. Dude, you're fucking.
It just be the Adderall. Then, like, look, this is the thing. Because Adderall going to have you all gummy worm. You feel me? You're going to be hella gummy worm. But after that whole kick back out and then rhino still in you, you're going to be in there like...
True.
knocking over shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So here's the thing, though. With the rhinos, don't you worry? Like, you know, you're going to start... It becomes like something you need every time.
Hell nah. Because see, me, now that I'm drug-free, you know what I'm saying? I don't do nothing no more.
Oh, yeah.
I'm prescribed Adderall, though.
Nice.
I know how to take it in doses. Like, you don't go by the biggest one.
Yeah.
And just... Hell no. Like, that shit going to hurt.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be on hard so bad as you hurt. You take it, you open the cap, you put a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hit on the gums, hit in your tongue or something, hit like with like a little water or something, just to get you a little.
Yeah.
Not all the way like that. You don't need that much help. Like, you might, it's like lifting weights.
Yeah.
You got it, but you might need that little to
boost.
get it. But you don't need somebody to lift the whole thing for you.
Do you drink coffee or just like you like to? Are you talking about the little time release balls or you like the powder?
Nah, so Rhino got like a little, it look like a 5-hour
Oh,
energy.
you're saying with the rhino you take a
Hell
little
yeah.
powder.
Oh, hell yeah.
I thought you were saying
take the
you're
powder.
cracking Adderall capsules and
I mean, I do that too.
yeah.
That's how I take it because we're really vibe bands.
Yeah.
Because vibe bands are more cleaner and it's kind of be like stronger and it's time release. So might put a little bit right there. You hear it like that.
Damn.
Somebody told me, Maxo, you do Adderall, just do Coke, man. They were like, bro, Coke is like Adderall's big cousin. I'm like, bro, hell no.
It's kind of a brilliant way to put it, but yeah, that's
Because if you snort a line, you'll smoke it down.
true. And it's also
Don't
the
forget
fentanyl,
that.
dude.
Then that's another reason, see, back when I was doing pills and shit like that, as like the drug rap era like that I came up in and shit like that, wasn't no fentanyl in Xanax and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like, don't get me wrong, I thought Xanax was the dumbest drug. I was like, why the fuck did I do that shit back in the day? So stupid. Then I used to pop perks. Perks wasn't that bad. A perk 10 is not that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when they on Roxy's, Oxys, and that shit got the pin in it, it's the worst shit you ever seen. It's like, why do you want to be a zombie slumped over? That's how you get robbed, beat up, taken advantage of, or like you're gonna wake up in jail.
Yeah, well, the problem, the perks lead to the Roxys, Oxys, and all that stuff. That's a problem. Because I knew dudes that would take like 30 in a weekend. It's like, bro.
Yeah, I was never that. But see, I took them, like in the weekend, probably 10. But I never got hooked. Like, I don't got like a addicting personality like that. Like, I used to sibling like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
All that. I do not got a sibling. Like, I sipped like 2 months ago, but it was a
Rare
cup.
treat.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I'm from Houston. So that's our culture. Let's say on my brother's death day, we're going to toast the cup.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Christmas. We got all the kids' toys and shit. All the men outside, we toasting the cup.
Yeah.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to go buy a pint every day, sipping shit like that. Like my dad never had an addicted personality, and my shit not addicted like that. Like I can stop cold turkey when I want.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've tried Percocets, all that stuff. I didn't really care for them. I was always like, it's a waste of money. I'm not wasting money on them. But I got one time my sister had bronchitis, I think, so they gave her the promethazine, like a bottle of it. And me and my brother, it was like the day before Thanksgiving, whatever, I forget. I think it was the day before Easter. So like we were all home at my parents' house. We went to a bar, we got drunk the night before, and then we come back and we're in the bathroom and I opened the little drug cabinet. I showed my brother's hammered. And I wasn't that drunk, but I was like, he was shit-faced. And I grabbed the bottle of promethazine and I just untwisted it, but I put my tongue over the cap and I pretended like I was chugging like a bunch of it. And he's like, give me that shit, I'll do it right now. He chugged like a good amount of it.
Damn.
And he woke up the next day with a hangover and also just like fucked up from that shit. He literally all day, we were in church, he was just sitting there like this, like all fucked up. Like, what did he drink last night?
Because that promethazine, it's going to hit you harder than lean. Because like the codeine and shit, it help you lean. The promethazine put you straight down.
Yeah.
Then not only that, I remember when my transition to drinking liquor, I was still on lean. So I sip lean during the day, go out. I'm in LA, we partying hard, drinking liquor. Then I remember it was a month where everything I ate, I throw up. I thought I had a stomach bug. But no, I was sipping lean and liquor in the same day.
Oh, dude. Yeah. It fucks you up.
Yeah. Thank God I don't do that no more.
Yeah, because especially, did you like pass out? Did you get like real tired, or were you like? Because I know anyone I knew who was on a lot of pills, you go out and have one drink with them, and they were like.
The thing is, pills, like by that time I wasn't really doing pills like that. It was more just lean.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, lean and liquor. But shit, I was sipping so hard, like my tolerance was higher than the motherfucker.
Yeah,
I was really like, I used to sip like 6 lines to like 4 lines a day. I was down to a deuce a day. So you know what I'm saying, it wasn't that damn bad. But now. If like I sip 1 line, I'd be sleeping the whole day.
And that's an ounce, right?
Yeah, a line is an ounce. So
6 is a lot.
Yeah, 6 lines.
My friend drank 4 and crashed his car into a hill. We tried to sell from it was probably all like watered down, but we like got promethazine and tried to sell it in the suburbs. And I remember being like, all right, dude, hide this at your house. I'll be back for it. He just drank the whole thing, crashed into a hill. I was like,
he's tripping.
He sucks, dude.
But now I drop him a 4, but like that's what they did. They take a 20 ounce, drop a 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you know when your drink muddy, because you dropping the lean and it changed the temperature. Like the drink not even cold no more. Because you put so much mud in there. You know what I'm saying?
So mud is the lean.
Mud is lean. So look, let me run down all the slang for you.
Because I'm pretty sure we bought like Cairo syrup. I think we got ripped off. I think that's what they said. You got to watch for people
so they going to call it mud. They going to call it oil. They going to call it drink.
Yeah.
Shit. What else they call it? Texas tea.
Okay.
Punch. Like, and they call you like, hey, y'all got some punch over there? Y'all got some Texas tea? Something like that, like that's what they call it.
But isn't there's like yellow, red, and purple?
So let me tell you. So red that I know was for high tech red. So I think they got bought out by Acorn and they stopped producing it like that. That was the red. I love red. Red came right after Activist. So it was Activist. Like when I started sipping, it was Activist. I know like the older niggas from like SUC, Houston, all Slim Thug, Power, all of them, they was sipping Bar back in the day. Bar and Activist is the best tasting lean of all time. You know what I'm saying?
It does taste pretty good.
Hell yeah. Then at the high tech, it was Walk Hard. RIP to Walk Hard. People still going crazy over Walk. All the young niggas, but they never really had act. They really never sipped that shit, so they don't really know how that shit coming, but that's how you do it. But the strongest lean is it's called Tessin-X. That's the yellow.
Yeah.
That's the snot. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that shit. So like 1 line of that is like a 3 of purple.
Really?
Hell yeah. Then you got green lean. So green lean don't got codeine in it. It's just promethazine. And then They do got one that got codeine. It's called Caraco. But green lean is what like the hood niggas drink. That's like the Reggie.
Really?
Like, yeah. Like,
yeah. So
like,
it's just the bullshit.
Yeah, hell yeah. But it knock you down. It put you out.
Yeah, okay.
But you gotta be careful with that because niggas putting fentanyl in that. They putting fentanyl in everything.
I know.
I could have sworn somebody, I bought some weed when somebody got so high. I'm like, I ain't fucking with them.
Well, you know what they're doing with weed too is they're taking, like K2 and spice and all that.
Yeah.
They're just taking the synthetic like cannabinoids and just like it's like THC and they just make it in a lab and it's like one molecule off, so it's like technically legal.
Right.
And they just spray it on like shit weed and they're doing that now to people.
They fucking CBD, THC 7, Delta 8.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's kind of fucked up. And now weed's legal, dude. Like it's
not in Texas.
Yes, it is. Because here's the thing: they're doing Delta 9. So with weed, it's like Delta 9 THC. That's the illegal substance. You know how you have to when you make brownies, you have to heat weed up,
right,
to get that whatever carboxyl they call it carboxylated. You got to heat it up to like make it active. And all you're doing is so weed naturally is THC. -A. It's a carbon molecule.
Right.
When you heat it up, you remove the carbon molecule, and then you can like eat it and get high from it.
right.
So they're just testing weed as THCA and saying it's hemp. And it's totally legal. You can get it shipped in Texas too.
I got my own brand, but this how you gotta do it. You gotta say cannabis.
Yes.
Once you say cannabis, that's just legal. And Trump made that shit. If y'all don't know, look it up.
What's your brand?
It's called Texas Tea.
That's
you
sick.
get it like the lean, but it's
that's
awesome. You know what I'm
awesome.
saying, the syrup. So yeah, and then my overall brand is called Persona Pack.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? But even with like the weed shit, like just how you go to the strip club during the day, I go at night, you're white, man. They're gonna press me regardless. You gotta think I beat a RICO case. Like John got I got caught with 2,000 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
500K money laundering. That was before I signed my deal. You know what I'm saying? So that reputation.
How many pounds again?
2,000. So they were watching us. They said 2,000 pounds.
A ton.
Hell yeah.
Literally a ton. You got caught with a ton of weed.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
For sure, you can look that shit up.
How'd you beat it? How do you even?
Shit. First, you gotta go hire Ken Schaefer. Teflon Don. You know what I'm saying? He taxed the fuck out of my young ass. I had to give him 100K. I was hurt. I was hurt. But yeah. So hire him. Don't get in no more trouble. Let that shit fight out. And then let THCA and Delta 9 come into play around 2020. Throw your damn case. Go on tour. Go on the run. Come back. Go to jail for a month. Walk in front of the judge. Dismiss.
That's awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
Congrats.
They offered me 8 years.
What?
Off the muscle. So I like, damn, I ain't take that shit.
Yeah,
for weed, bro.
Yeah.
For weed.
Yeah.
You got white men out here making billions off the shit, and you worried about little old me.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Dude, I had a guy on who was he got caught selling. He was a white dude. He got caught selling LSD in '92.
Right,
dude. He got caught with. He didn't get caught with anything personally. It was just all he was sending Western Unions, and they like traced it back to him.
Right.
Dude, they wanted to give him like 30 years, I think, for like maybe a couple sheets of acid, like something crazy. So they're like, but the weed, they're really killing people, and now it's like nobody wants to be the last prosecutor. Happened to Kamala. She was fucking crushing people on like bullshit weed charges.
Yeah.
Landscape shifts, and now it's like, yeah, remember you throw those people in jail, and it fucking killed her. So I don't think judges, if they have political, like they want to rise in the political world, want to be the last guy.
Cause that's crazy. Like y'all really stopping family. Weed, bro. Listen, this is one thing about weed. Lean. Yes, I might fight you over that shit. Might, you know what I'm saying, get mad. Perks, yes, it fuck with you. It's people that back in the day in the streets that we probably would have seen each other, shot out, fought, but we met over a blunt of weed and became best friends for life.
Yeah.
Or like found like, bro, weed is so cool. Like once I start smoking weed with people and shit, meeting new people, networking, it's like a spiritual bond, pause. But it's like, it is something about smoking a blunt with somebody, like it is so real.
Yeah.
It is so real about sharing a blunt. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like we smoking Roxy's together or some shit, or heroin, you feel me? But I heard in Portland, you could walk around with like an eighth of heroin, an eighth of cocaine, and not go to jail.
Yeah, I think they did that there. I don't know how it's gonna work. I mean, hopefully.
No, they been doing that.
Yeah.
You know, I
totally
toured,
decriminalized.
Hell yeah, I was on tour. Every time I go to tour, they say that shit. I'm like, that's crazy. I don't want to get too political, but I know why they do that.
Why?
Because there ain't that many motherfucking black people in Portland. And then most of the people that use it, they be, your color and shit. They be like drugged out, but they be functional as fuck.
That's kind of nice.
They be having a family, like they be running shit, they functional as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So they probably let that shit slide up there. In Houston, Better not get caught with no dog food. You better not get caught with no cocaine.
Yeah, you go to jail.
Mandatory minimum. Yeah, hell yeah. You gonna go to jail for sure.
Yeah, Philly's like that though. Philly, they like to criminalize weed, but yeah, if you get caught with heroin or coke, maybe I don't know. We had that guy who was just like letting everything go for a while, but I don't think it really worked that well.
Yeah, for sure. They need to let weed be all the way legal in Texas. I don't know why they doing all that.
It's coming. You got all these people from California moving. People from California with a bunch of money are moving here, and they're gonna be like, bro, knock it off. But now you can have like I guess Austin, they don't really
You got
care.
like Austin, see you in Austin.
Yeah.
Austin don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah, they don't care.
Like this is like the most coolest spot in Texas, like on like some chill hippie vibe shit. I love the shows in Austin. I love how the fans react. They gonna buy the fuck out some merch. Like they support for real.
Yeah. But yeah, I heard if you leave Austin in another part of Texas, you can get like locked up for a vape cartridge.
Man,
is,
that's a
like,
yeah, nah,
crazy.
that's a felon. You get caught with a vape cartridge in Houston, that's a controlled substance. So that's like having crack cocaine. That's like having perks. That's like having that.
Damn, that's
Hell
crazy.
yeah. Like kids, like y'all at school, that marijuana vape cartridge, y'all really fucking up. It's not like getting caught with no goddamn. It's not like getting caught with a gun or weed in Texas. You get caught with a gun, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Like that's like Class B misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Even if you underage, you know what I'm saying? You get caught with that controlled sucker. Look, all right, look, you know a lot about weed. You got to get the butane out of it to make the rise and all that shit. You got to manufacture it, the weed. You know what I'm saying? So once you're doing that, it's a controlled substance. It's no longer just an herb.
Oh, because you like
You know
process
what I'm saying?
it.
Hell yeah. So you process it. So that's how they charge that.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I remember talking to someone who like got pulled over and he's like, yeah, I was in jail for a vape cartridge. I was like, what? Because in Philly, they really don't care. In Philly, you can get caught with, even like years ago, I feel like they would really get you in the early 2000s, but in Philly today, if you got caught with 5 pounds of weed, I don't know if you'd even go to jail.
Man, I be
swear
hearing
to
people
God.
getting pulled over in Houston, 5 pounds, 20 pounds, they just taking it or like not giving a fuck. That shit would have my heart do just because of what I went through. And like, bro, they had me on the news. They made it seem like I was just El Chapo, which I probably was on the weed shit. You know what I'm saying? I probably
2,000 pounds
was,
is a
but-
lot, man.
Yeah, but it's not all right. I'm not robbing nobody.
No.
I wasn't harming nobody. And everybody that came to me wanted this drug that's legal in 90% of the goddamn state.
Yeah, no, it's kind of bullshit. You kind of got into the right. That was like the perfect timing, man. 5 years ago, you would have been. 5 years before that, they probably would have booked you like completely.
Nah, for sure. Bro, it's still niggas doing time, bro. When I had to just go and do that like that little month to get off the shit to beat it, it was niggas in there. Nigga had 18 days for 9 doobies.
What?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I would have resisted and been mad as fuck and acting a fool. Like, y'all me fucked up.
18 days
fucked up,
for a
nigga.
joint sucks. Yeah, Texas is way behind. I feel like anywhere
sure.
else in the country, like flying, you can fly with weed. They don't give a fuck at all.
They don't give a damn
care at all.
They don't give a damn. Carry on all that. Do that shit in Houston.
Yeah.
I never fly out the airport with weed. I don't care if it's one blunt. I'm gonna smoke it in the car before I get out.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell nah.
I push it to the. I've chilled because I talk about it publicly. I've been pushing. If I go to Denver and come back, it's like I'll
Right.
fly with a couple ounces and just
Right.
pucker up my butthole through security and just fucking go through. But they don't care, dude. I've had a guy one time because I like sometimes I'll fly with my kids and like bring like I brought like a jar of peanut butter home one time.
Right.
And they were like, they moved literally weed out of the way and we're like, what's this? The peanut butter. And they're like, you can't be bringing this. And I was just like, hey, man, take the peanut
No
butter.
liquids. They'll go through your bag, all that shit. I bring a mouthwash. They go through my bag.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that. So
Yeah, I had one guy one time give me shit when I was leaving I had just a pack of like pre-rolled joints. And he's like, why are you hiding these? And I'm like, I'm not hiding them. I was like, I just put them in. I put them in a thing so they didn't smell because I don't want to be rude on the airplane. He's like, well, it's not that you have them, it's that you're hiding them from me. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck that you have them, man. I was like, if you're going to take them, take them.
tripping. I'm like, dude, how do I say this? Should y'all be worrying about bombs on the plane?
Yeah.
Worry about some other shit. Dude, like, bro, I don't even like heights. I ain't about to do nothing to the plane. Do not harass me. Leave me alone. And my jury always go off.
It's a good point. Like, dude, I'm scared of heights.
I'm like, bro, then my jury always go off. Then I get so fucking mad because now they going through my shit. Then they know how to handle my
they
shit.
grab your dick too, dude. They're gonna. Do you have to go through the thing?
Yes, bro. But see, I learned how to do it now. I go in, pull my pants all the way the fuck up. I don't wear jeans, buttons, nothing is gonna go off, nothing. I wear Nike tech suit, pull my shit all the way up. Like, goddamn, like, I for sure got a wedgie. Pull that motherfucker up, hands up. Cause they always choose the weirdest dude to be like, then they try to run it down. You wanna do it here or a private round, go like this, down the back, down the middle, woo. But you got some some dudes, they be cool. They don't just really be trying to do it like
sure,
that.
yeah.
And some niggas make sure they go down your ass.
We have a friend, dude. Dude, our friend Nate, I don't know what it is. He was with Shane the one time. They like absolutely molested him. Then he was with me the one time. And I turned around and like, dude, they were just like all over this guy. And it keeps happening to him.
Yeah.
It sucks, man.
You got to switch it up.
It's something. He's got to pull his fucking pants up. I'm going to tell him,
sure.
hike your fucking pants. Although his pants are pretty hiked, so. That's a good, why do you think pulling your pants up helps?
I don't know, but if I don't, it always goes red right there, like where my dick at. I'm like, I'm like, who fucking with me in here? Somebody's fucking with me for
Happened
sure.
to Shannon Sharp, he said. They thought his dick was something other than a dick, and they were like, he spazzed out.
I'd have went home. Like, y'all kiss my ass. Like, nah, I'm at the food in here now.
Shit, I'd be glad for them to be like, what the fuck is that? They know it. I'm not. They're going, they don't even make me walk through the metal detectors. They're like, man, just go ahead, little guy. You're all right. Let's go. You want to go with the pilot? I go, yeah, thanks, man. They give me the little pilot wings and smack me on the butt. And they go, get on the plane, little guy. Damn. So you can get caught with a gun in Texas and it's not as much trouble as
It ain't shit.
real, even if it's like a modified.
Well, I done went to jail with my gun and got out. They gave it back to me, but they ain't give me back the bullets.
What? But it was licensed though. You had it in your name.
Hell no.
What?
Just carrying it.
Damn, they give it back?
Hell yeah.
Kind of chill. Why'd they give it back, do you think? Because in Philly, they fucking crush you for guns.
Because we got open carry. You gotta think, and it's really been open carry. You feel me? So like, the only time they a trip, it depends what territory you in. Let's say if I'm on Bissonnette, depending on the cop, they be like, oh, he's a gang member.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take you to jail for this Class B misdemeanor because you're a gang member.
Yeah.
But now I had so much success, the police be pulling me over to take pictures.
That's cool.
And like, hey, Max, so you don't got no registration. You want to take pictures? Sign this for my kid.
That's kind of tight.
Then like I bought a Trackhawk. That's the most stolen car. Like Hellcats and Trackhawks, demons and shit. So they'll pull me over, make sure it's not stolen, then realize who I am and take a picture and be like, if we ever see this car stolen, we gonna get it back for you.
That's nice.
Hell yeah. That's the first time they was on my side.
How do you feel about that?
Nah, them cars get stolen every day. Like,
Do they really?
when
I'm
this
saying,
drop,
how do you feel about them being on your side, I'm saying?
because they're not on my side, but they is on my side. But then I realized I'm 34. Some of these kids are my age. Some of them younger than me. Some of them love my music. So
Yeah.
it be give and take.
Yeah, dude. Dude. I never like growing up. My family, we didn't really have any cops. My mom's cousin was a detective, but really we had zero. Mostly in like the immediate family, there was zero. My dad was like they did like trash, so he was always like they're a fucking pain in the ass. They pull your trucks over.
Right.
So I never really got to interact with police officers at all. And then my wife, after a couple of years of dating, became a cop. It was the craziest thing in the fucking world. She just became a cop, and I got to like meet cops and talk to
wife?
them. My wife now.
She's a cop?
She's not. She retired
Oh.
quickly, but it was she was a Philly cop for like, and she had gone to school for like criminal forensics, so she was
Right.
like trying to get into a lab, and they're like, well, if you're sworn in, it's this whole thing. She's like, fuck it,
Right.
I'll just become a cop. Dude, I had like pounds of weed in my basement.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask you.
Sick.
She ever threatened to lock your ass up?
She would fuck around. She would fuck around about it, but never.
Right.
She never crossed that line of like being like seriously like being like that. But
I'd be scared to date a cop.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
long
dude,
beard one.
it was kind of cool though because I got to like really interact with cops like a lot and get to really understand like how they tick in a way.
For sure.
And that's all they want is for you, like, if they pull you over, they just want you to be like, damn, dude, like you have the hardest job ever, and just really pump them up. Like, bro, nobody, and it actually is true because I got to like hear about what they're dealing with, the shit, and I'm like, it is literally the worst fucking job ever. If you get pulled up and you turn the light on right away in the interior light.
It's the worst legal job. I'd say
Yeah.
selling crack worse.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it'd be better if I were selling crack. I would envy a cop for sure. Especially if it all came crashing down. It's like, bro, I could have had benefits, could have had health care.
The cops, it depends on what kind of cop, because really cops that help the community. Like we had cops that come make sure the kids good. Be like, hey man, y'all over here, move that around. The kids come and shit like that, because they in the community. It's not like you don't know them.
Yeah.
But then we got a cop. He's a gangbang on us. Gangbang on his name, Iceman. He'd come on the block. He'd throw a CK. That's Crip killer to all the Crips. We'd be laughing, recording him though. Nigga took me to jail, jamming my music. Like, yeah, man. And then there was another cop. I think his name Jordan. He was like,
Wait, who are the Crip killers? They just made up their own thing?
No. So my block is a lot of Crips.
Yeah.
With the Crips and shit like that. So, oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, so he would throw.
He'd come on our block and throw a Crip killer. And then be telling us like, yeah, The ops down the street, they killing y'all right now. They buying cars. Whoa, he messy as hell. He funny though. Funny.
That is kind of funny. Yeah, my wife said there was a lot of that. There was people who are like
Training day, Rampart.
Yes, and it's one of those things where she was like, "There's not technically a quota, but they're on your ass about." They call it activity, where they're like, "Hey, man, you don't have any activity." And if you're going and like getting guns and all this stuff, you're like, your promotion's just kind of awaiting you. But then there's because they get down on people like, yeah, he's a fucking bum. He doesn't do anything. But my wife, she's like a small lady, and she would what she would get on is like when she would see kids that aren't in car seats, she would devastate. She would like no mercy on that shit. And other than that, she didn't really give a fuck about anything. But she was making sure people aren't doing anything crazy. And the domestics that's the weird part when you got to go into like fights between couples.
Oh yeah,
that shit sucks, man.
Hell yeah,
I hate arguments.
That. You know what's crazy though? Like the older I get, paying taxes and shit like that, I still got this mindset of the police have to be woo woo. But it's not really like that, bro. Like, not no more, bro. Yeah. Like, and it's crazy. Like, a lot of people I went to school with, I'm starting to see like they police officers. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, it ain't that bad. It's just like when you're against the system. Cause like not all of them fucked up. Just like not every person or every gangbanger you meet is fucked up. Like, not every rapper is a stuck up narcissist, dumbass that think that they're bigger than the world.
For sure, yeah.
But 99% of them. For sure.
Yeah, that's like cops. There are a lot of them that were like, oh yeah, you're the exact stereotype people talk about with cops.
Right.
There's a lot of those guys.
I ain't gonna lie though. If I was a cop, I would be catching niggas on point. I know they will hate me.
Yeah.
They will hate me because I know I'm like, yep, I know what them niggas doing. Huh? Come in, nigga.
Dude,
what y'all doing?
There was a guy, whatchamacallit? There was these dudes in Baltimore that were they were called backpack pops, where they was, and it's like, it is kind of like they must know what's going on. If they see a guy with like a little like school bag or a backpack, they would just, because it's like if you see a dude who's not school age with a backpack, he's selling fucking drugs. Like nobody's just walking around with a school bag. Besides me, I carry my laptop in there right now.
For sure.
But it's one of those, and they would just pull up and be like, get out of the, and they would just ditch the backpack and I'm like, sweet, and just take it. And they were robbing people doing that.
Nah, cops do that a lot. Like I done had cops pull up, take lean from me, take my guns. They took, Fort Bend County, I took $100 from me this last time when I had went to jail. But I was so ready to get the fuck out. I let y'all keep that little shit. But they be doing that.
Really? Yeah.
Chains, jewelry, laptops, they take it all. Damn. Especially your guns.
Yeah.
Like guns and drugs, like sometimes like you'll get booked and you'll think, well shit, I ain't gonna lie. If I got 3 pints of lean, you take me to jail, take that lean, bro. I don't want you to put that lean on me. Now I gotta get a lawyer and fight that lean.
Yeah, true, yeah.
You might as well don't even put that felony on me. Like I beat 7 felonies. Like I could carry a pistol legally. I don't have no felonies.
Oh wow! So you actually, that makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Beat 7. Was it all at the same time, or was it?
So with this RICO was 4. Then I had another 3 when I caught my first pistol case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever went hunting for like deers and shit?
I never did. My dad was big into hunting. I never done it.
Well, shit, I was big in hunting with just the ops. So I was hunting the ops. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of hunting the ops. That's when I caught my first fucking pistol case, man.
They just caught you with a gun on you?
No, I'm so stupid, my rookie ass. like just like my, I ain't gonna say rookie ass, but I was like young, like 17. Mm-hmm. We seen the car. Well, first we went in the party looking for him. We was gonna fight him. Boom. Then we get in the car. Boom. I seen him. He put his head out the window. I'm like, oh, nigga, it's good. Come on, we gonna follow him. Police get behind me. I had just bought a car off the side of Highway 6 for like $2,000. But I had a paper tag, but it was a bullshit paper tag. It was a cardboard and written on it with pen. So the police get behind us. I'm like, oh, shit. What the actual fuck? So I'm driving for a little bit. So
you wrote your tag in on a pen on cardboard?
I didn't know better. I didn't. I bought it from the dude. And he sold me a lemon and ended up fucking up. So boom, I get to the cul-de-sac. It's an old ass cop. I'm like, I got him. I got my little brother and them in the car. They play football, varsity. I don't want to fuck up their life. Because, I knew I was going to be a rapper. So I'm like, let me get some under my belt or something. But now for real, so I'm nervous. I'm like, man, my mama going to kill me if I got my brother out here. He got scouts coming to the game. I'm like, fuck it, give me the gun. Put it on my waist. I hopped out, put my hands up. He's like, hey, man, chill. Just relax. Woo. As soon as he came to me, I start running. So I'm gone.
Oh, no.
As I'm running, I just feel I'm getting dizzy, shit like that. Then I just fall. I had a Nike track jacket on. And he grabbed the string. So while I was running, that shit was choking.
Oh, he was just choking you the whole time.
Hell yeah, hiding motherfucking. I fall. Boom. Had the pistol on my hip. You know what I'm saying? Fall, the pistol on my hip. They put me in the handcuffs, but he an old cop. Then some young cops came. They're like, oh, yeah, you the ran from us with the beat your motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
They searched the car. He said it didn't smell like weed. He was gonna write me a ticket. So I did all that shit for nothing. Then they didn't even find a pistol. This was like 2009. I had on purple skinny jeans. So the pistol go down to my skinny jeans.
It's so funny.
I'm in the back of the car, and I wiggle the gun out of my skinny jeans, put it back on my shoe, keep the gun up under the seat. Like that, you feel me?
Yeah.
They check me in, boom. So so my only charge was evading arrest. So
Okay.
I'm like, it's cool. Man, next morning I'm in the detox tank. The cop come out, hey, you're not going nowhere fast. And I knew he found the gun.
Could they say it was yours though?
Hell yeah, he put it on me. But I'm like, how? You didn't bring me in with it? Like, you know what I'm saying? But this what happened. So I got a Class B misdemeanor or something. Hell nah, I got like 3 felonies. The person was theft of a firearm from a sheriff. Then they tried to say it was a burglary habitation. Then they tried to link me to other burglaries. So I'm in jail. I call my mama to tell her what's going on. I call my brother. He like, where you got that gun from? I'm like, man, come up here. I ain't gonna tell you on the phone. I told him like, yeah, nigga, this the gun that Shamonte gave me. Woo, woo, woo. My mama's she's a daycare teacher. Come to find out, Shamonte ain't really breaking nobody's house. He stole that gun from his auntie that's a sheriff. And I ain't know that. And my mama know his auntie because my mama was watching his auntie daughter at school. My mama told his auntie what happened, and she got all those charges dropped.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Hell yeah.
Damn, he stole a fucking sheriff's gun?
His dumb ass. He was like, yeah, like he was trying to be down with us and shit like that. He like, yeah, man, I got this gun. I've been hitting licks. I'm down. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
So he wasn't.
He wasn't even my friend like that. He was my little brother and them homie. He's always want to hang around me and shit like whatever. So he did that shit the whole time. He stole from his auntie. That's lame.
Yeah.
You don't do that shit. You don't take from your people. You feel me?
Yeah.
But thank God,
fucking Christ,
it was his auntie.
bro.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's probably why they're kicking such a cloud of dust over because it was a sheriff.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
how the fuck did he get this?
Yeah. So like other than that, I don't really got too much criminal history. I probably got like getting caught with a gun and some weed.
Yeah.
I got like 7 pistol cases. That's just because I had weed. You feel me?
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not no super criminal. Just know that I always had some weed and a gun on me in Texas. That's normal as fuck.
True. But that's the killer combo when you have the gun and weed. That's when they kind of really get
Hell yeah, that's what they make you like. But that's so small though. But see, this is why weed not legal. Do you want your guns or do you want marijuana? And you know, we a gun state. Texas live by their gun, stand on their gun, everybody. You feel me? So
yeah, what do you think about all the new guns with all the ones you can make yourself and 3D printing and all that stuff? Like the guy who killed the CEO said he just had a 3D printing gun.
I mean, cause shit, them motherfuckers, they not traceable. So you gonna smack shit up all day. You know what I'm saying? And like, unless they find like the GSR on you, like the gunpowder or some shit like that, shit, that's dangerous, bro. Cause most guns got serial, so you can know, okay, I caught you with this gun. This gun was using this murder because of the serial. Yeah. But if it's a ghost gun, it's out of the. Then if you got a ghost gun with a switch,
you go to jail for like 20 years, don't you?
Like, so I think it's mandatory minimum 10 years for a switch. But I know that you can get a binary switch too. That's legal. Where it's like, but you got to go to a special gun class for that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, switch is crazy. And that's all right. A lot of these young niggas, that's what they got, switches.
Dude, terrifying.
And them hoes fast, like,
that's crazy.
Like, man,
crazy.
Imagine a premature young nigga that can't fight, that's a punk, never been hit in the face, a broken arm, want to be a gangster and got a gun, and his feelings mad, come up on you.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you can't hit your target with, like, it's hard as hell to keep. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Keep it straight, yeah. Yeah, it seems like it's just like spraying bullets in the general direction.
See, I'm older. Like, back when we was thugging, I ain't never had no switch. We ain't need no shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know how to boom, boom.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, that switch shit is like, that's scary.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's fucked up. Yeah, it was crazy how the guy apparently printed his own gun and just
printed his own gun. Yeah,
shot
a lot of that shit going on. But see, in Texas, you don't gotta do all that. As long as you don't got like no felons, you go to the gun store.
Yeah.
like it's not hard to get a gun for real, because if you get caught with a ghost gun, that's probably even worse.
Yeah. Untraceable. Yeah, I guess they're saying, because they're like, well, if you want an untraceable gun, what are you doing?
Right.
Why do you want that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn, dude. Well, dude, what else is going on?
Shit. Been chilling. My clothing line, you know what I'm saying, Persona, relaunching that on the 5th, you know what I'm saying. I got a lot of big collabs coming with that, you know what I'm saying. Shit. Oh yeah, I signed the artist.
Did you really?
Well, a couple artists. Cartel Bo. I just got my joint venture with Warner Brother Records.
Nice, man.
So my label is at Warner Brothers.
That's cool. Oh yeah, because you just did a fucking you just did an album, like you just released it
But that was independent. So look, as far as Maxo Kream, me, I'm 100% independent.
Okay.
But my label where I got my artists at is with Warner Brothers.
That's cool. How does that work?
Work either so you get a joint venture. You know what I'm saying? You can get it exclusive or non-exclusive. So you get a non-exclusive JB, they gonna give you some money, they gonna back your artist. But let's say you're at Warner Brothers. If it's non-exclusive, you could go to Empire, you could go to Interscope, you can go to Capitol with your same imprint because it's non-exclusive. But if they give it to you exclusively, you know what I'm saying? Now your admin is their admin. You know what I'm saying? Now your staff is their staff. You can still build your own staff, and they're gonna open up your budget because now you can't go nowhere else, and you invest in the business with them.
Yeah. Well, what do they try to do? Just get a piece of your touring? Is like where?
So they don't get nothing to me.
Yeah.
So what my artist is, so I walk in with my percentage. They take their percentage, and then now you actually get the bigger machine. So instead of me having to wake up every morning because he's signing to me, okay, here's the money for your video, here's the money for this and that. He got a set budget. Plus he get the advance from the label. So it's basically like you signed to me, but my admin is Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but where do they collect their advance on if you're not selling CDs? Like nobody sells CDs anymore.
I mean, so it's streaming. So it's different platforms. So Spotify, Apple Music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. YouTube. Then you got different syncs. Then you got publishing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got mechanical royalties. It's all different kind of royalties, you know what I'm saying? So a publishing would be like, let's say if you start a TV show, you put it on Netflix.
Yeah.
And then like you want to use my song at the beginning. So that'd be on the publishing side. Yeah. So I get a publishing check. You know what I'm saying? I could be independent with my publishing, or I can go get a deal with my publishing. So my artist, right now he's with Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying? But we go get a publishing check somewhere else too. You know what I'm saying? So another thing, never sign your pub with the record label that you at. Always, you don't want to keep everything in one house because when shit come crashing down, it come crashing down. You want to keep shit spread around and shit, have checks and balances on your shit.
Yeah. So you just when did you start a label?
Shit. I started a label in 2019. I had one artist. It was called Cream Click Global. I abandoned that one and I started Persona. I had a label for like 4 years, but I didn't sign my first artist, like legit to it until last year. Cartel Bo. He going up everywhere. Took him and Rolling Loud with me. You know what I'm saying? He got songs. He got some with Boss Man D-Lo coming. He got some shit with Big Extra Plug. Like, he popping. Check him out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Everybody think that he Brian Pumper, though. They be calling him.
He looks like Brian Pumper?
Shit, that's what they be saying. I ain't know what the fuck Brian Pumper was, and I see him like, now y'all tripping.
Brian Pumper might be the funniest dude.
Then somebody cracked some eggs on his head and he just sat there.
Something. Yeah, he was like just a big adult. He was like a male porn star.
I know
he
he
lost his fucking mind.
Yeah, tripping.
Yeah, he kind of lost it, but he is funny. He makes really his videos are funny as shit.
Like comedy videos?
Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to be funny or what, but they're genuinely funny. He got in trouble because he was, from what I heard, he's doing like, professional porn, and then when you're doing that, you can't like fuck around on your own apparently. Right. Because you need to be tested, all that stuff.
Right.
And what they say he did, I don't know if it's true or not, but they're saying that he was just like hawking people down on the subway. Like he would just hawk ladies down the subway and be like, "I'll give you $500 right now. We'll film a porn tape." And he was getting people to do it, but he wasn't like testing them or anything. And then he'd go back to like a legit studio, and they're like, "Bro, you can't be doing that here." So that's what they say. His
dibbling and dabbling, don't know what's happening.
Exactly.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man.
Well, dude, thanks, man. I think we're good, bro. Thanks for coming and doing this.
You already know, man. Anytime.
I was invited to that. I couldn't make it.
You dodged a bullet. That shit sucks.
Yeah, I think I'm going to see those guys tomorrow.
Yeah. No, they're the best guys.
Yeah.
But man, if you get that many football guys together, it got so fucking competitive.
You need them to do it with themselves. It's like trans athletes. You guys do your own fucking thing and leave us out of this. It's not fun anymore.
We're two women. We're good in the women's league.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and Bert, everyone's like, Shane and Bert are gonna win. Nowhere near.
No.
What were the things?
It was like cup, beer pong, flip cup, beer ball, which you just throw a ping pong ball at a beer can.
Okay.
And you gotta. That was me and Bert's worst because you have to scramble to pick the ball up.
Oh shit.
Me and Bert can't bend down. And the other dudes were so fast and trying so hard.
That's the thing. They
shoving
don't
dudes out of the way, diving on the ball.
Do casual.
No.
When it comes to like a competition.
Yeah.
You know, if it's lounging or if like you're hanging out, you're like, this guy's a regular guy.
Yeah.
And then it's like, who do you think is the best at this? And that just asking that question alone changes everything.
And that the chug, I blew it. So the opening event was chug a liter. So I think that's like 3 beers.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the one thing me and Bert have a shot at.
Yeah.
I tried to chug as fast as I could. It just went straight up my nose. I was like, I have to stop. I was such a bitch, dude. I was a bitch.
Was it a bubbly carbonated?
Day.
Was it carbonated?
I mean, yeah. It was,
Getting it up your nose is no fucking joke.
No,
dude.
and I tried to power through it, and I stopped. And I was like, "You're wearing my nose."
Bubbles in your nose is nothing. To fucking laugh at. Nothing to sneeze at.
It was so embarrassing. I was just a fat bitch all day. Then
I'm so glad I didn't go.
Yeah, you dodged it, dude. Although I was also bringing a lot of it on myself.
Talking a lot of shit.
I was chirping.
You should have called the cops
because I was trying. Yeah, I threatened. I threatened all the tricks, dude. I said, if you put your hands on me, I'm shitting in your pool, dude. Don't come. I said, I have a gun in my car. I'm gonna kill everyone. I have an AR-15. I'm gonna shoot everyone in here if you keep bullying me.
What is the? So wait, what's the pro lineup there? It's
who was in? Who was in it? So the winners was George Kittle and DeForest Buckner.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
DeForest Buckner is a freak, dude. You see that guy, you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah. And these guys are all retired?
No.
What?
No. They're like Pro Bowlers.
And they're getting,
yes.
And they're getting hammered too.
Yeah. They got shit face.
Yeah. So it's like, so it's like not only that level of athleticism, but they're also fueled.
They're fired up.
Yeah, they're fired the fuck up.
And then, so like you guys know me. If somebody says something mean to me, I try to say the meanest thing possible.
Yeah.
And if you do that to those guys, they will resort to violence.
Quickly, yeah.
They will immediately go to violence. Yeah. And then you're
How
done.
were they tempering it? Was it like just like headlocks and like
Taylor gave me 10 different headlocks. He made me tap 10 times. And I was like, dude, I'm going to tap every time. Stop doing it. And sometimes he wouldn't listen to the tap. I'd be like, dude, for real this time.
And you're a big dude, which just
not
goes,
even, I mean, I was a baby
no, but I mean,
boy,
it just
dude.
goes to like, about like what other level these fucking freaks are.
I suplexed him.
Yeah.
I hope they got that on camera. I got him a couple times in there.
There you go.
I was holding him underwater at one point. You know me in the water, dude. I said, come down to the deep end,
You are
dude.
a creature
a little
in the water.
hippo in there, dude.
You're a creature.
So Kittle
and Buckner won.
and who else is there?
It was Will and Taylor.
Yeah.
The guy that really did the most physical damage to me was a guy named James Neal. He's a retired NHL player.
Nasty.
And I thought he was joking. We were playing pool basketball, so we were shoving off the ball, pushing kind of as hard as we could. Mm-hmm. I thought he was joking. At one point, while I thought we were joking, he grabbed me by the throat and held me down.
What the fuck?
I was like, dude, I thought we were joking. And he was like, my bad on that one. I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
You're describing a scenario in which everybody then goes, "Where's Tom?" Because I would have fucking left. Like I would have been like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, Bert was backing
Shooting
off
threes?
a little.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you goaltend?
He did not play pool basketball. Pool basketball wasn't the event. We were just playing.
Oh,
That's
you're
a serious.
playing.
Yeah.
I could see Bert being like, "I really didn't like when you choked me.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I didn't like when you shoved me.
Also,
held me underwater
Getting shoved.
getting shoved, dude.
Don't
it was,
shove me.
by professional shovers too. Like
Yeah, true.
A guy
true.
that literally one of the best. Taylor Lewan's one of the greatest shovers of all time.
and he's shoving you.
He was shoving the fuck out of me, dude. It hurt so bad. I have cuts all over my back from the wall.
Oh,
Getting
the
pushed
wall's
against
the worst,
the concrete
dude.
wall.
You basically this is an advertisement to like, hey, don't invite anybody who's not
Never.
one of you, like to that thing ever again.
Yep.
It's a greatest
And,
fear. You go up to dunk and pull basketball, and your older cousin just shoves you into the wall.
Guy
and you're like,
punched
dude, I
me
might be
directly in
dead.
the. I went up for a dunk and the dude tried to swat it and just fucking hit me straight in the face.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I called a foul.
This basically,
There's got to be one foul here because I just got punched in the face.
this is what it really sounds like is like a group of big brothers. We're like, let's all invite our little brothers over, and fuck them up for a day.
This was the first experience of mine where I was the little brother because I was always big.
Yeah,
so I was never the little brother that you could do wrestling moves to.
Yeah,
this was the first time guys were strong enough to just fucking ragdoll me but I was hammered,
right?
So nothing hurt.
Yeah.
Nothing hurt until the next day. And I was like, oh my God. Covered in bruises.
It's a core part of my identity, being like a suplexable little brother.
Yeah.
That's all I knew growing up. Was just getting beat up.
Suplexed.
I got beat up the entire time. Older cousins and brothers.
Yeah, and you got big fucking cousins and
Big
brothers.
bros, yeah.
I never got that. I had sisters. I was just beating women. Like like my.
That's kind of nice.
It is
I
fun.
had sisters too. Fifth grade is when things turned around in the house.
Yeah.
That's when I started dishing out. So it was wrestling. And then I was big into wrestling at the time. So I was like, all right, I can do moves.
Did you ever
And they were
British
so
Bulldog
much older.
both of them at once?
They were like seniors in high school.
And you're like
They
holding
had to
them
come
down.
home and a fifth grade boy was like, come here.
Did you ever beat them up in front of their friends?
Yeah.
So friends would definitely that would
But
turn them
their
on.
friends would beat me up too.
Well,
when I was a young
obviously
man.
you're letting them, dude. You were playing.
They used to hold me down. This was one move this lady used to do, was hold me down, put my foot, I'd be flat on my back and tuck my foot into the back of my underwear. Like
Whoa.
that, so you can't get it out. You just have to roll around like a little pig on the ground.
You were showing her how flexible you were,
I was
dude.
so hard, dude. Oh, I forgot about that. That's a nice memory.
Did you ever have? So you had older sisters?
Yeah.
Did you ever have a sister's boyfriend punk you out, or like try to hurt you? I did.
No.
I had one time where, I was always kind of a smartass.
Yeah.
I guess so. This guy comes over, and I was like, "Oh, so I forget what I say to him, but I'm just like, it's not like really mean, but I think he was just kind of a dummy." So when I'm like, "Oh yeah, how's the season going? You guys doing all right?" And he was thinking,
he was an athlete.
He's an athlete. He's thinking that I'm either mocking him or talking to him like an older man would.
Yeah.
And he was like, he just kind of
You were
looked at me
cleaning the gun the whole time.
and and
Nerf
then
gun?
nobody else
Sorry, that's from me plopping on the couch. The couch is against the wall. It's usually
but everyone is out of the room. Like so it was just me and him for a second, and then he just looked at me and just real quick just punched me in the stomach.
What a beast.
Yeah. I fucking cried. Yeah. I cried. I was like, ugh. And I just
so were you nicely being like, how's your season going? Or were you
he was just taking it. I get it in a sense that he was like, why is this kid that's like a couple years younger than me being like, because I was like, and I kind of like, I sat like on the arm of the couch. I was like, how's it going, man?
Yeah.
Like, and I think he was like,
how you doing, champ?
I think he was like, he was thinking I was setting it up. I don't think I'd said something particularly, but he thought I was like, everything going all right there in class? And then he just went like, bap, like that. And I was like, like that. I fucking cried, dude. I went in the other room and cried, like, so he couldn't see me cry, but I totally cried. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, someone came out to date one of my older cousins, and we were like, I grew up next door to my cousins, so there's 10 of them and 6 of us. So this guy pulled up to like take one of my older cousins out, and it was just a bunch of little kids, and we like found his keys, he left them in his car, and we just hid them from him for like hours. And this guy was trying to take our cousin out, and he couldn't. He was fucking furious. And we're finally like, yo, here you go, dude. We're fucking with you. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you guys are the fucking, you got the Whitakers. You're the Whitakers back there.
It was Lord of the Flies.
It's like, which one of you took my keys? Obviously, it was one of you. Dynamos. Just running around.
That would destroy you internally.
Yeah.
Yeah, as your keys are fucking like, and then there's
Oh, it's so embarrassing.
Keys are gone.
You gotta check the couch at a stranger's house.
and then everyone's just like, what are you
Did
fucking
I sit down?
You don't know where your keys
You've been
are?
here for 5 minutes.
Moron.
Yeah, we snatched him. Like,
Yeah,
fuck this guy. Who's this guy? Fuck this guy.
The pool basketball was a mistake.
Yeah.
Overall, fun trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, here's where things went south. I was a little drunk, obviously, from the beer Olympics. Not that bad. I took ketamine.
Oh,
But you did. I didn't know
Yeah.
that part.
Oh wow! At the Olympics.
At the end.
Okay.
After the thing on the way,
Such
we went
a
to
sick move.
It was just somebody cool was doing it, so I was like, I want to be
I'll do
cool.
it, yeah.
We were driving over. I was like, I'll do some cool stuff too. And I've never done ketamine.
What was it like?
I did too much.
Oh, you're in the hole.
I got out of the car, held onto a truck. I got out of the truck and just held onto the side, and I was like, I'm going home. I'm not going into the party. I have to go home. I can't walk. And it was at Zany's, so like,
Were you drinking and doing ketamine?
I was drinking, yeah. And then I took I stopped drinking as soon as that happened.
True, yeah.
And then it was at Zany's in Nashville, so a bunch of like comedians, the owner was there.
This is just a party, an after party?
Yeah. And all these comedians were like, Shane, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, how are you guys? And like people were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like this guy's got a real problem. I was like, I'm on ketamine. I took ketamine. Everyone was like, ew. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go home.
Is it a comparable high to anything? Like, is it?
No, I don't.
It's like a disassociative.
Yeah.
So it makes you leave your body.
Yeah.
I did it once, like a little bit, so it was like just great.
Yeah.
And then I did a lot.
I can't get high in any social setting though,
I
and,
can't
and
either.
enjoy myself.
But then I went home, and when I got thrown in the pool, my wallet was lost. So I didn't have my room key or my ID to get into the hotel. So I'd sit in the lobby until Bert got back because they had it.
What?
So
You lost
I'm just
it?
sitting there. I can't move. I was just sitting in a chair in a hotel lobby. And then they came back, and I was like, guys, I'm fucked. I can't walk. I did drugs, dude. I did fucking drugs.
My brain's a scrambled egg right
And
now.
then I was like, I don't think I can walk. And they were like, yeah, you can. Just walk over that wall and walk back. I was like, there's no way my legs work. Everything works fine.
Yeah.
You're just in your own head. You're like, I can't move my arms. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. You're moving your arms. And then we sat there for a while. I just drank water for like an hour. It wears off.
Yeah.
It's 40. Isn't it like 45? I
It
never
wears
taken it.
off and you're fine.
I heard it's short. Yeah.
So I sat there and then sobered up. And I was like, what the fuck was that? Why would I do that? That was insane.
But now that you've had that, would you
I'll
do
never
it?
do that again.
No, because even being aware, you think it'd be enjoyable if you were aware that you're not unable to walk? You know
no,
what I mean?
I don't. I mean, I guess people do it and they're used to it and they really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
Well, my
it's
brother
not-
has these lozenges. You just eat them and you
Yeah.
just lay down with a blanket and you leave your body for 45 minutes and you just come right back into it. He
If I was
claims it's
taking a
kinda
nap,
cool. Yeah, that's
that would have been great.
It's like a super nap.
But
Do you-
at a party,
No.
Do you smoke
embarrassing.
weed?
Yeah.
Regular, like,
Yeah.
and you?
no,
No. Can
I've
you
cut
handle,
back. I've cut back.
I
though.
can't handle weed.
Can you handle edibles and shit too, or no? You
Yeah,
can't.
man, I can handle weed.
I can drive on them.
Yeah, like because
For
everybody,
hours.
because I've had this thing where like I know that like regular smoke, like people who smoke a lot, and it's not always this way, but some of them have an incredible tolerance for edibles. Like Ryan Sickler, you know Sickler,
Yeah.
he can
You can just munch them.
not just like
Yeah.
100. He can eat like 600 milligrams. Like he can.
Yeah,
do,
I can't do that. I'll freak out. I don't need much. I'll freak
Yeah.
out.
Even
off, like, 20
Diaz.
milligrams.
Diaz was like, "There's
Yeah.
no way that Ryan can handle a star of death," and Ryan was like, "Give it to me." He ate the whole thing. It's like 600 milligrams, and
Yeah,
he was
that'll,
like,
that'll fuck me up.
he was fine.
I'll
but
be
I-
high for like 2 days.
But you can probably like 20 and 50 do nothing to you.
50. No, they fuck me up.
Oh, they fuck
I'm
you up.
losing my mind. I'll take 10
Oh.
milligrams and I'm losing
You
my
just-
mind.
you-
You
good
just
at-
can function on it.
I'll just.
You're
yeah.
good
I
at
got you.
internalizing the freak out.
Yeah, exactly.
The second I take it, I'm just telling everyone. I'm like, oh, I'm done.
No, I'll be like,
I go
I'm
around
getting to the
telling
next
everyone.
level of my consciousness.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
driving.
I have
I'm
to
like, wow, it's
do-
such a hard turn to make on this road.
Nice turn.
Lancaster Avenue is poorly designed.
I can't believe that. Can you do stand up high?
No, I'm terrible. I'll forget what I'm doing. So I'll get a joke, I'll get a laugh, and I'll just go, all right, what am I up to now? And I go, oh no.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah. For me, I want it
hate
so
it.
badly to be able to do it high. I can't.
Me too. And one of the hardest I ever bombed was on the road with Rogan, and he likes to fucking
Yeah.
like really pull like from a massive fucking like a joint that is laced. And he's like, here you go. And he's like, do it. And I was opening for him. And I was like, cool, all right. And then I was like, I'm so fucking high.
Yeah.
And then he goes, you go out there for like you go because I was like, it was like
God
me-
damn it.
and I was like, and I walked out there at the it was the Columbus Funny Bone, and they happen as everybody when you do those clubs, you're actually like begging for this guy, Dave Stroop, to see you perform because he books
All of them, yeah.
he owns like, so they're like Stroop's here. And I was like, cool. And I go out there and I remember that like the first thing I said, I was like, I said something like, you know, they introduced me and it was like it was packed, but it was like a mediocre reception. I was like, what is this fucking like Ann Arbor? Like trying to be like,
Oh, that's boo.
yeah.
If you bring up Ann Arbor
and they
Columbus.
were like super flat. And I was like, I'm about to bomb. Like
no.
And I bombed so hard that when I got off, it was even worse. I got off and I take that corner into like the back room, and the first person I see is Stroop. And he goes, what happened out there? I was like,
shit.
I go, they're fucking, I don't know. It's just one of those.
Club sucks.
This
Fuck
place-
you.
Yeah. It's fucking terrible here, man.
Fucking
This
shithole.
place sucks.
God damn.
And
Yeah,
I was like, I can't do stand up high. And then, you know, Joe's high. He's like, that was cool, right? I was like, nah. He's like, yeah, it's good. I was like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
And then I did another one high, but also with him being like, here you go, just take it. And you're
Yeah.
like, all right. And that one was, the set was fine, but internally it wasn't. Cause like you hear like a hand slap and you're like, what's up with that? You know, I was like, what is that? And he's like, it's people clapping. I was like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Why do we even do that?
dude.
I don't know. I can't do it high, dude.
No.
I don't like to even have, but I don't like to have a drink either. I like a drink after a set. I don't
Yeah.
like it before.
I can have one. If I have two, I start getting like asshole drunk confidence where I'm like, and I'm like,
I second guess things. What I do is I get off stage and I go, did I word that funny? And or like even when I'm up there, I'm like, I feel like I would have said this more clearly if I wasn't.
Yeah.
But you can do that.
I can drink and do stand up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Found out I taped a special this weekend and
Oh, you did?
Turns out alcohol might help.
Really?
Yeah. The first show I was like, I gotta go into this sharp, sober, average.
Average show.
In between sets, I was like, I'm gonna kill. Give me those beers.
Yeah.
You didn't really drink that much, though, did you? How
No,
many?
not like a lot, but like, 4 or 5.
Grease the wheels.
Yeah.
You had 4 or 5 before the second show?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's not a lot. Like that's
not a lot.
That's not chilling. Like,
4 or 5 Bud Lights.
4 or 5
over
Bud-
the course of 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nothing.
But yeah, this is a different thing. Like you are coming to the realization that this is fuel for you. Like this helps.
I did it.
Because most people would be like, "Oh, you're doing 5 beers before your second taping,
yeah.
so you want to sabotage your
Yeah,
show."
dude. I can have one drink. It does loosen you up.
I tried.
And it was
what
awesome.
We've talked about it before. I did a weekend in Tacoma and I was like, I got to not drink.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had 0 alcohol the whole weekend. And every single show, I was like, this sucks. I suck. And then the Saturday late show, I was like, I'm going to have a couple beers before this. And I just destroyed it.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Did that just put you in a different headspace?
Yeah, I think so. Just more relaxed. More, yeah.
And so it was awesome.
I could probably get used to not drinking.
Yeah, you do. You do
Yeah.
get used to it. I prefer it now. So I am a little bit sharper, but now it's like if I do have one drink, I do relax a little. It's like I save it for the very last show of the weekend. I'll have a drink while I'm on stage, and it's like, because if I have a drink and I have not a good set, I just turn on myself. I'm like, you drunk.
Yeah.
You drunk?
You drunk. I drink like 6 drinks a month. You fucking drunk piece
Feel like
of
you're a
shit.
piece of shit. Yeah, I'm a loser. Wait, so the
Yeah.
second one went great?
Yeah.
Where did you tape?
At Tyson's Hall, or no, Tyson's, Virginia,
Tyson, yeah.
Capital One Hall. It's a new theater there.
Nice.
It's very nice.
That was the set, though. It was on. That was undeniable.
Also, it was less the alcohol, more I've never taped a special.
Yeah.
So that having a fucking camera floating around.
Yeah.
The first show, I was like, I'll just stare. I'd tell a joke and be like, just straight
just
into a
following
camera. Yeah. I was like, you guys see that?
But you're super happy now with the second one.
I'm happy with it. But then I don't watch myself do stand up.
Yeah.
So then I watch it. I'm getting clips and shit. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, it looks
I can't
great.
get enough of myself. I watch
Really?
it. I'm like, man,
Are you
great.
serious?
I don't know why.
I know.
Something flipped. Something flipped
He was
inside
showing
of me.
me. Yeah, you were
where
showing
I'm
me
like,
clips.
I love it.
Yeah, you were showing me clips of your shit, and I was like, he was watching it like, I was like, dude,
I'm sick.
If
I don't know what's
see
wrong with me.
myself, I'm like,
That's been a recent development. Now I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
that looks great.
it does
That's-
look great.
It's weird.
It does look great.
I swear to God, I
Yeah.
want to be like, it fucking sucks. But I'm watching. I'm like, It's so funny. I forgot I did that.
This guy's so good. Who the fuck is this?
It's gross, dude.
I wouldn't watch the line cut
Yeah.
for months, and then they go, "You have to give us notes."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we have to get and then I sent in one set of notes, and then they give you the second cut, and they're like, "We need this one," and
Scrap it.
Yeah. They're like,
And
how
I-
do you like it now?
yeah, I was like, they go, "Have you watched it?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to watch it."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well," they go, "We're gonna actually like miss the release date if we don't turn this in like a week." And so I wish I shot in November, dude, and I was giving notes in like late May to get this thing ready
Yeah.
for July. Like, and they were like, "Come on!"
You gotta look in the mirror.
I was like, "I don't want to watch this." Yeah,
Yeah.
It does suck. There's parts of it where you start going like I did it because I always be like, I shouldn't have filmed this. I'm a fucking idiot. And then like I'll have that and I'll be like, it gets better towards the middle.
Yeah. Tough start.
Did you shoot yours recently too?
Yeah.
Where did you shoot yours?
Helium in Philly.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, it was fun.
I filmed a YouTube special and I watched it.
That was great.
I watched
dude.
it. Oh, thank you.
That's great.
I watched
Yeah.
it by myself and I was like, this is a fucking disaster.
Really?
Like, this is the dumbest piece of shit. I look terrible. This is terrible.
It's so good though.
And then I watched it with someone else and they laughed.
Yeah,
While they were laughing, I was like,
yeah.
it's good.
I fucking played it for Lemaire and Noah on the way home. They didn't even laugh. I was watching like, hey guys, I'm gonna rewind that part. That was actually good.
Did you hear that part? Did you get the nuance?
I wasn't listening.
Well, you can't put it on with those two.
Matt,
No, I was.
Tom, didn't you film your special in Philly Helium too?
No,
The
no.
cornrows one?
Which one?
White girls with cornrows?
Oh, fuck. Where did I? No, I recorded. That's funny. Sorry, I recorded that in.
They have it up at Helium. That's why I asked.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. They ask for albums from people who play the club. I recorded it in Denver. I remember that. I recorded in Denver
Comedy Works?
at the South Club, and the
Oh.
reason I did it at the South Club because they wouldn't give me a week downtown.
Really?
Yeah, I had done it already, so I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, can I come back and do another?" I was like, "It's the
Yeah,
Magic
yeah, yeah.
Room," and they were like, "No, you can do it at the other club." Because I couldn't,
Yeah.
I just couldn't get the booking. You know.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck when you're trying to film a special.
Well,
Yeah.
it was.
I
Here's
was
the thing.
trying so
They
hard. I was
don't
like, where?
care if you're not. I wasn't a big ticket seller when I did it, so they were like, "No."
Yeah.
And then as soon as you sell tickets, they're like, "Oh yeah, we can make. We
Yeah,
can,
we'll bump everybody.
Well, yeah, we'll just cancel people."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, that's how this works." Okay.
Yeah. They offered me that this time, and I was like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a tour. Just pick one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the
Funny how
the
it
first time
works.
I was trying very hard to get a place. And everyone was like, you can do a Wednesday here.
Yeah. And you're like, I
No.
can't. No, I need an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creek was
Anyway.
a nice spot for it though.
Creek was great. I was happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that special's so good, man.
Thanks.
I was just talking about how like you can tell when you watch. I think every time I watch specials and like I first of all finish it,
Yeah.
or I think I even at the 15-minute mark, like I remember watching first time I watched Bert's first special, the Secret Time one.
Yeah.
I called because they gave me an advance screening on because I was going to do a podcast. I go, you sent it to me and Netflix sent it to me. I was like, you're definitely going to do theaters next. He was like, really? I go, absolutely, because
Yeah.
it was really good. Nate Bargatze's first one, I paused it and I go, you clear your schedule. Like
Yeah.
this is really, really good. And I thought yours was like that too. It
Thank
was
you.
really, and it did have that effect.
Yeah.
Like it's totally changed your touring life.
Let's change to you
Oh, okay.
instead of
I will say I did watch. I never watched specials, and I was
Yeah.
like, let me see what they're like. And I was watching yours. I'm like, God, this was fucking good. I was like, turning it back
good.
on, like watching it now, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
I watched Sledgehammer last night.
Oh, thanks.
And it was I don't watch specials. Or I do, but I turn you turn them off.
yeah.
Turn them off.
Yeah.
I was laying right there. I haven't laughed out loud at a special in a very. I was by myself at like midnight, laying right here, like the closer made me.
Oh, thanks,
I was
man.
dying, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was really fucking good, man.
It is the best to hear. I mean, people can tell you that they like it, but when other comics tell you they like it, there's no
Yeah.
comparison. It is the best.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling. And
Yeah.
in the round filming it there, it was.
Yeah, it was cool.
I thought it looked awesome.
I thought, dude, I deserve no credit, but when I did want to do it in the round because I was like, it's a fun, different thing.
Yeah.
I'd done the round in a couple arenas, And then there's only a couple theaters left that
Yeah.
have the round. One's in Long Island.
Yeah.
I forget the name of that one. It's an old theater, and it's the Paramount. Yeah, I think it's
Maybe.
the Paramount.
Paramount. I didn't do it,
It's in the round.
How
And
do you do it? You just slowly rotate, like
dude. I did that theater with Bert.
the celebrity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I never did a round.
Yeah,
I stood still and rotated,
it's very common.
and my feet. When the cord was around my feet at one point.
Yeah.
I was doing a 15-minute set.
Yeah.
And I got in a circle.
Yeah.
And then half my act is most of it's dumb facial expression.
Yeah.
you slow dance.
So you make a facial expression and only a third of the room sees it.
Yeah.
And then I'd turn around and be like,
You give it to
do it to the other side.
I'm like, just to
get it?
show
Yeah.
you guys what you missed. Yeah, I did not like it. I was not used to it, but
Yeah.
it's so cool looking.
It is. They did a killer job of the set. I thought
Yeah.
it was actually that, like, when I went out for because you arrive early on
Yeah.
tapings, I walked into that room and I was like, holy shit. And they go, oh, this isn't even like done. They're
Yeah.
like, and they showed me. I was like, this is the
Yeah,
coolest
the bulbs
looking.
coming down was cool.
It was
That's
fucking rad.
tight.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. It
Yeah.
looks really good. Yeah, they killed it. That's John Irwin produced it. He's the fucking man. So he made it look good. And I taped 4.
Really?
I taped 4, and I'd never done that. And everybody who had done it was like, you got to do it. You got to do it. And your experience is what I've always experienced in tapings, which is like you do show 1, and you're like, all right, like we got one, but like show 2 is always what I use. We tape 4 fucking shows, and we use show 1.
My man did
I
6.
psychoed out,
My
yeah.
man
Did
6?
I was like-
my man spazzed and did 6.
I had the whole
6?
weekend. I had 6 shows, so I was like, just film all of them,
Wow.
just in case. If
Wait,
I
what do
miss
you-
one, I'll be pissed.
Have you gotten to the edit yet? Are you ready?
Yeah, we did. We ended up using mostly 2 of them.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I used show 1. I've never done that before. And I used the
Really?
whole that's it.
that's kind of tight.
The Austin one I did show 1.
Yeah.
But I did Friday. I was trying to film 4, and they just fucked up Friday.
Yeah.
And then no one told me because they didn't want me to be upset when I went on stage.
Yeah.
So I got done. I was like, killed it. I was like, that was it. And they were like, we didn't have audio. I was like, wait, what? They're like, so we got crowd reactions those are going to be good. I was
Great.
like, oh, well, that's wonderful. So now I have
didn't
2
know that.
shows. Yeah.
We had kind of a similar thing where they didn't want to tell me this, and I could tell by the way they were talking. So like show 1 is it's the one you saw, and like the
Yeah.
crowd, I care about obviously the performance, but like the energy of the
Sure.
you want to put one out that's like energetic and hot.
Yeah.
So it's like a bonkers crowd.
Yeah.
Right? They're really hot. So I'm in love with it. I do show 2 on Friday, and I was like, that's all right. Definitely show 1. And they're like, all right. Saturday comes, and the show is like, it's a good performance, but it's a little less energy. And I'm like, well, hey, we're still on show 1. And they're like, People start to tell me, they're like, no, this one. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
They're like, you were amazing in that. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, well, this feels weird that you're saying this.
Yeah. Why are you saying this?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, why are you saying this? Then I do the 4th show, and they're like, actually, that one. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I realized that show 1, they had a little bit different lighting scheme. It wasn't as dark.
Oh.
So the producers and like the crew, they prefer night 2 because it's clean, like it's more cinematic looking.
Yeah.
They had a little bit of like fog in the air
Yeah.
in show
Pretty tight.
1, and they cut that, and I was like, okay. And then they go, first of all, they're like, there's more people moving, like there's people getting
Yeah.
up in show 1, and on the rest of the shows they tell them don't
Yeah.
move. So like that's a distraction. I go, I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
Yeah.
about any of that. I go, I don't care if it's brighter and there's people moving. I go, the show is better. That's the special.
Yeah, usually.
And they did not want me to do it. They wanted me to use these other shows, but I was like, you can't let that shit dictate what you pick.
Yeah.
You know?
I was distracted.
You were? No. No, people
not
have told me.
once.
Some people have messaged me. They're like, what's up with all the people moving? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I have people walking in front of the camera and shit. It's like, mine was more of a learning experience than anything else.
I'm like,
Now
oh,
I know how you do them. I didn't know.
Yeah, it is a weird thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's the most uncomfortable feeling.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, luckily I heard I could kind of like, you explained me your whole thing where you watched it yourself and were like freaking out. So I was like, Okay, so I just didn't have to. I was just like, whatever.
Watching yourself is.
But yeah, now you're in heaven. You love
Nightmare.
watching yourself. So this
Now
is-
I'm
you're like, this is the best, dude. I'm
You
gonna
show
go
my
with-
wife?
I'll walk in the room and he's like, I'm like, what do you want? What meme is that? Let me see that. He's it's him.
It's me.
It's a me.
Dude, it's weird. It's been a weird shift that happened internally where I'm just like, I'll catch myself doing stuff. I'm like, yeah, that kind of looks stupid, and I go,
Sure.
You'll get it next time, brother. Don't worry about it. Look
What
at that
the
thing. That's
fuck?
great. It's crazy.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's weird,
dude.
yeah.
That's nice.
That's a
weird.
really nice thing.
It's weird.
Guys, stop buying boring, generic nicotine pouches. You're not a boring and generic person. You deserve better. Lucy Breaker pouches are the way to go. They have a liquid flavor capsule inside that fucking bursts in your mouth and moistens the pouch. Oh, give you a wave of awesome flavor. Matt, have you ever given a wave of awesome flavor to someone's mouth?
I have. I don't know about awesome flavor, but
You can choose your nicotine strength and select your flavor, the ultimate in customization with awesome options like apple ice, mango, and espresso. There's no wrong pick. There's not one wrong pick in there. Me personally, I'm a big mango head. You know that about me, dude.
I know that. Those
I've got
citrusy
very
fucking flavors.
citrusy, fruity tastes.
I'm more of a mint guy myself.
Yeah.
Cool
I
mint.
can see that. You're cool as ice.
I mean, I'll take, excuse me, I'll take a
Take
mango
a fruit
fruity
blast to
flavor.
the fucking mouth.
I'll take a fruit blast to the mouth any day.
If you're a gum kind of guy, Lucy has you covered. Pick your flavor, pick your strength, and get your nicotine fix whenever, wherever you want. You know where I like it is on the aeroplane. When I'm on an aeroplane and I'm not allowed to chew tobacco, I like to enjoy Lucy. Visit Lucy, lucy.co, and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Shipping is always free. That's lucy.co, promo code DRENCHED to receive 20% off and always free shipping. Glad I said that twice. Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every product's fucking legal or age verified. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine's addictive. Let's get back to the show. Man, Tom Segura is a cool cat.
The man. Life is full of decisions. What job to take, where to live, who to spend your time with. Whether you're dealing with decisions about your career, relationships, or anything else, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life. When you're in tune with who you are and what your goals are, making decisions becomes so much easier. BetterHelp's online therapy is an amazing way to get started. It's totally online, so you can work around your schedule and do therapy whenever and wherever it's convenient for you. If that means doing therapy on the go, that's awesome. If you're tuning in from under the covers on a hard day, that's fine too. Sorry.
You farted.
I'm such a dumbass.
I didn't even catch it either. I just looked at it. Yeah,
Just
fuck that ad.
Oh my God.
That's
Therapy
crazy.
has been life-changing for me. It's been very important. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. If for any reason you don't love the therapist you're given, you can switch at any time for free.
You know what also is a nice
No questions asked.
for a personal endorsement? It's perfect for the babe, dude. You know when your wife or your girlfriend's giving you bullshit, talking about her feelings and shit,
Yep.
you go, babe, here's a Zoom call with a guy that's gonna fucking swallow that horse shit that you're he's designed perfectly to swallow all your stupid shit you're saying and spit it back to you like you think you're in control. You're not. No one's in control of their lives. Anybody that pretends to be in control of their lives is fucking lying, dude. Life sucks. But I could use better help. Maybe I should get on there.
True.
I can be in complete control of my feelings and thoughts.
To be fair, yeah, and I think they are a completely reformed company because they did
Yes.
get in trouble for selling people's information. But we've all made mistakes. That's why we need therapy.
That's
dude.
why therapy's good.
I'd sell information if I had any fucking information. I'd sell it right
I'd
now.
I'd sell it all the time.
I'd
Are you
sell
a
it for-
closer?
I'd sell-
Are you a fucking closer or not, dude? Better helps a bunch of closers, dude.
But it is good. You should talk to someone about your problems.
Better
for real.
help, dude. We love you.
Here's the thing. You should talk to someone about your problems. And even if they sell your location for 5 cents to Mark Zuckerberg, who cares, dude?
Gives a fuck,
Elon
dude. They
Musk
already
is
know
on
where
a
you are
tombstone,
anyway.
dude.
They might as well. What, BetterHelp's not allowed to cash in a little?
That's what I'm saying,
Everyone
dude.
else knows where you are already. Who
You gotta
cares?
listen to your fucking crap all the time.
You
Like,
gotta listen to when my dad died, it was really fucking hard for me. Yeah,
but
shut
seriously,
up.
though, you should. I swear to God, you should talk to someone about your problems. You probably have all kinds of weird biases you don't even know and subconscious hang-ups you can't even fucking think about. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist. Oh, you already said that.
You probably stop.
Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/drench today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/drenched.
Probably not doing that one again.
That's funny though.
Yeah, fuck it.
This summer, stop looking like fucking trash, you dumb idiot. You can't keep wearing these worn out college shirts and those promotional tees from the gym. It's time for an upgrade with True Classic. Everything they make is comfortable, breathable, and has an incredible fit. Their t-shirts are designed to hug those biceps you've been working on, and they come in packs, so you'll have enough for every day of the week. If new shorts are on the shopping list, their quick dry active shorts are perfect for your workout, or hit the bar in their chino shorts that come in ton of color options. Honestly, I do love True Classics. I'm wearing my True Classic shirt too. Dude.
Flex as hard as you can for the camera for as long as you can. As long as you can, dude. Pass out.
True Classic is so sure you'll love what you buy that they have 100% free risk guarantee and easy returns. So if you're ready for an upgrade, if you're ready to upgrade the way you look in your wardrobe, shop now at TrueClassicTees.com. TrueClassicTees.com and save 25% off with the code DRENCH. That's TrueClassicTees.com. Code DRENCH for 25% off your first order. Look your best, feel your best, and be your best with True Classic.
Oh, yeah, brothers.
I judge my voice, my hand.
Dude, you know what I did? I stopped. I used to be in the grocery store and I would see people and I'd be like, look at this dumb fucking pussy dumbass. And I stopped doing that. I just made an effort to stop doing that and I got nicer to myself as a result.
What?
Totally didn't even go for it.
Look at that
Dude, I
growth.
just like, look at that lady's stupid head. And I'd be
Yeah.
like, look at that fucking weirdo. And I started just being like, trying to be nice in my head.
That
to
guy
people.
thinks he's better than me?
Yeah, literally, it's that.
Look at him.
It's that. It's being
Fucking
like, that guy.
handsome fucking
Yeah, he's
homo.
tall and probably has a bigger dick than me, but like, I'm probably better SAT scores than that guy. Yeah, I cut a lot of that
Nobody
out.
in here knows I did a Netflix special. No one in, that's why they're treating me so poorly. It's not because I'm disheveled.
Dude, now I'm at the beach with my family right now. Now I'm really, this is another test, a mental test, dude. We're like, I'm there, I got kids, my wife, and you'll see like, just like college
Shit bodies?
kids with beautiful
Beautiful.
women,
Yeah.
like tossing a football back and forth. There's a part of me that's kind of like throw me the ball, guy. I have to be like, dude, that's over for you, man.
Yeah.
That's not.
I learned the hard way this week, dude. I learned a very hard way
There's
that
part of me that's like,
horseplay is done for me.
Yeah.
yeah. I
But
did
also,
gave up my
what
game.
he's saying, though, what you're saying, I have bit my tongue where like, it'd be really fun to throw the ball right now.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
you know what I mean? Like,
It's nothing to do with those
it's
chicks in
fun.
bikinis.
They're
Yeah,
having
you learned
fun.
the hard way too. Horseplay's done, dude.
Horseplay.
You learned the hardest.
Oh,
You
dude.
learned one of the hardest ways I've ever seen someone win. Horseplay years are over, dude. You can horseplay a little.
I was
but
doing a
no more
gator.
dunk contest.
Dude, I was
And here's
crazy.
the thing.
I forgot about
It's out of
that.
control.
Here's the thing. I've gone to do it again.
No,
Yeah, I know. And
have to.
well, here's the thing.
you gotta learn to fly again.
I stopped. I stopped.
Sky, dude.
We were raising it again, and before it got to like, oh, this will be a challenge, I was like,
What were you
gotta
at, like 9?
9 was the last one that I did.
Yeah.
Before
That's
I got,
good.
and then we raised it, and that's where I got hurt. No, this time when I
Wait,
went
you
back,
dunked on 9?
I dunked on
That's
9.
good.
And I dunked
And
on
you
9
were
at
big.
250.
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah, it was 250.
That's crazy.
And I also like when the surgeon.
That's really fucking impressive.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I was 42. Like, I mean, so that was like, but the surgeon, he goes,
I tried to dunk at the Sky Zone off a trampoline recently and just braked on the rim. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
It just reminded me, I was like,
Jimmy'd one?
I'm on this. I was like, oh, fuck, dude.
no, I was so fired up. I think, but that surgeon, he goes, I tore, so I had a double whammy because I tore this tendon. And he goes, most people when they tear their tendon, they tear it at the connection point. So either like where it is on the patella or where it is here. He goes, yours tore in the middle. He goes, what you see like in 2% of these things. And I go, so what? He goes, it just takes a tremendous amount of force. So it makes sense because like there's this 250-pound dude
250-pound
jumping
dunking.
as hard as he can.
Oh.
And then it just like snapped in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like Zion.
I kind of look like him.
You're like Zion, dude.
Yeah. How is that guy not broken?
He's just blowing out of
Yeah.
shoes and shit, dude.
But he's like fucking.
Yeah, they traded him. He's gonna explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Where is he now?
Didn't they trade him?
If they trade, they just signed a
Oh no, never
huge
mind.
extension.
I thought he was no. For some reason, I was thinking Memphis, which
You
would
just
be
had that baby mama scandal.
yeah,
though.
the baby
the
mama
baby mama
scandal
thing, yeah.
was.
Oh no.
Which was, she sold him out, right? Like she went on social media and was like,
I think
Yeah,
he
I
had
think she was like
two
an
different.
OnlyFans girl.
What
what'd
did
she say?
What was the?
Like an OnlyFans girl and then another OnlyFans girl.
Oh,
Ryan Mills, I believe.
Who is this guy?
Zion Williamson.
Pro
He's a
baller.
basketball player.
Is he the guy who just got drafted, or he's new? He's
no,
been
he
there
got
more?
No.
drafted. He was a freak. He played at Duke,
he
Okay.
was so freaky.
He's a freak.
He
dude.
sounds familiar. Yeah.
but he's fat.
Oh really?
He keeps getting, well, every time because he's like not playing,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he'll just gain like 80 pounds.
Jesus
but
Christ.
But he can
fucking-
jump out of the gym like he's a monster.
Do you know what they gave us a tour at Cameron when I did?
Yeah.
I did a show at in whatever,
Yeah.
Durham, whatever. So they gave us a tour at Cameron, and which is fucking
Yeah.
rad because there's a bunch of Duke haters, but I'm like, give me a tour of any.
Yeah, I blew it.
True.
I said no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just did Durham, but I was like, my flight was close.
Oh, it was so
I
cool.
blew it. Fuck.
So I was talking to the guy.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. Fuck. He gave me. He gave
You
me.
sure
the-
it didn't suck?
No, it's just the best.
It was hot in there.
so cool.
Sucked.
It was so rad. And the guy, one of the guys who gives us the story, has been there
Yeah.
for like their whole dynasty, right? Like this guy who's just like been a. So we're, there's all these like photos, trophies everywhere, and he's
Yeah.
like talking about each player, like this guy. So I was like, what's up? Like talking about Zion, because there's a couple of pictures of him that look like they're fucking AI, just fucking
Yeah.
flying through the air, and he's 6'8", and he's like 260 when he was
Jesus
in
Christ.
freshman in college, and you're like, Jesus Christ. And he's like, when we did the vertical test, they take, you ever seen those for like have them at the combine where it has like these little,
Yeah, you jump straight up.
Oh, you tap.
you tap
Yeah,
it
it's
and then
got
the
these-
thing moves.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
So like,
every inch is a little plastic.
And
Yeah.
it shows which one you hit.
Yeah.
and when you go pop, it goes like that, right? So, and they go all the way to the top. So he goes and he does the vertical test and he hits the very top one. So the whole thing moves and they're like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
All the other players are like, so then they get a 45-pound plate from the weight room and they put the vertical thing on that,
Yeah.
right? So now
Yeah.
it's like whatever,
Yeah.
this much higher. Top one. So they take a second plate. So now it's two 45-pound plates on top. Hits the top one, and they go, that's it.
What is his vertical jump?
I mean, when he's sub 300.
Oh, because he's
it's
fucking
like,
so
yeah.
tall too.
yeah, but still, a guy that
That's
big
crazy.
doing that, I mean,
But no, if you're that tall, also that kind of hurts your vert. 'cause
True,
It
yeah.
starts where your hands straight in the air.
he's,
You
but
know what I
he's,
mean? That's where you
Yeah,
start
yeah, yeah.
measuring.
it's over
Oh,
40.
okay, so yeah, and then they measure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's over 40
But
inches.
yes, him being tall,
That's
he would
nuts.
start.
Which is
yeah,
nuts.
AI had like a 40-something inch
Yeah.
vert.
He's
What
got
is
a
it?
45-inch vert.
That is fucking
That's-
Yeah,
crazy.
AI had a 40-something vert.
AI's has got to be insane.
Yeah.
Tommy, this is great. We were on the road. It was me, Naeem, and Tommy. And Tommy and Naeem were at the gym, and Tommy was doing box jumps.
Who's this?
My friend Tommy
Oh,
Pope.
okay.
And it was you. No.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we were doing boxing.
Yeah.
I remember.
But Tommy did a box jump onto a 44-inch box, and they were like, 44-inch vert.
No.
They came to lunch with me, and they were like, Tommy has a 44-inch vertical leap. I was like, LeBron James has a 44-inch vertical leap. Tommy did not have a 44-inch.
He lifted his knees
Yeah, I
up.
googled it.
Yeah,
I was
he
like,
goes-
top verts.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
Vince Carter, 45.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you're pretty much Vince.
I don't think you can tuck your knees to your chest.
No,
and
they
jump.
tucked their knees and jumped up. It's like, yeah.
How about Morant? What is his vertical? It's got it.
Morant's verticals
It
gotta
looks
be
so stupid.
insane.
It doesn't look real actually when he jumps. Have you ever seen that guy jump?
No.
It actually
It's
looks
comical.
cartoonish.
It's
It's
funny.
crazy. Yeah,
It
when
looks
people float like
cartoonish.
that, it's kind of
It's
like
funny.
bizarre.
He's got 44, so him and Tommy and John
him
Morant.
and me are like right there. That's fucking.
Zion, I was following Zion when he was in high school because it was all of his
Yeah.
highlights were everywhere. He was from South Carolina, and so he was just playing against white dudes that are 5'5".
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's the funniest
It's
mixtape.
hilarious.
It's the funniest mixtape you've ever seen. He's going through the leg dunks on kids.
And there's that one kid that's like, there's that famous kid.
Oh, a
that's like,
kid who's like talking shit to him,
Yeah.
trying to D him up. He
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
fucking dunked on.
Oh,
and the kid's head
pants.
is like up to
Yeah.
his tit. And you see him going like this to people. Like Zion's like, what's going on?
That was me. That was me in
yeah.
pool basketball.
Yeah, that was
For real. I was like, let's go. Nothing you guys can do. I'm never going to tap. I tapped. Help.
this isn't fun anymore.
This is how
Thank
old
God
I
for
am.
Michael Chandler.
When I was in high
Seriously.
school, before he transferred to that, there's this crazy, like, school in Carolina that's for, I think it's Oak Hill Academy.
Oh yeah.
That's Oak Hill. I think that was Carmelo.
Yeah. But so Vince went there, or went to one like that, but not he started in Daytona Beach. And when I was in high school in Florida, I was not that far from Daytona. So like when you would watch local news, they would be like, local freshman Vincent Carter, and then they would show him do like reverse fucking double pump shit on people. You're like, oh my god, this is so stupid. And then he transferred up to that school, but it was
we had Kobe in our area. Like
Kobe.
my
Really?
cousin had to play against Kobe in a summer league, and was just like, he's like, dude, my cousin was really good too, and he was just like, dude, it was just, he's a freak, and you just felt like crazy.
I remember seeing a kid in high school, like we went to the gym. And we like the high school gym, and this was like at this big high school in Milwaukee suburbs. You know, we all played basketball in middle school. So we're like, let's just go to the gym here. And this kid does the cup. He cups the ball here, and then he goes like that and dunks. We were like, what the fuck?
Oh, we have to go home.
Like, yeah, we're not playing basketball
We're on
here at
ketamine.
all. Yeah.
Ketamine just kicked in.
Yeah.
I have to go home.
I'm gonna dissociate
go
now.
sit.
Yeah. Give me a blanket. Let me lay down for 45 minutes till these guys leave.
I didn't know you got stuck on the ket.
I got stuck. I was in a K-hole, dude. It was the most embarrassing shit possible. After getting beat up all day, I took it to the next level.
You processed, though.
I took it to the next level, dude.
You processed the fucking...
They gave me Pizza Hut. They were like, you need something to eat. I was like, this is the best pizza I've ever had. They're like, this is disgusting. It's disgusting shit. I was like, it's so good.
It's so good, dude.
Saved your life.
It did. Pizza Hut
saved your life.
Pizza Hut brought me back.
It grounded your body. Your spirit body needed to be grounded with like fat and grease,
Dude,
just back to your...
Dude, coming down from sobering up and just being like, what a fucking embarrassment. Why would I do drugs? I know I can't do drugs.
I just did ayahuasca and
Did you really?
Yeah,
that's
baked
nice.
The chocolate, like they cook, so you don't have to go through the vomiting diarrhea. They cook it down into these. It doesn't taste good, but it's way better than have like the authentic version. And I'm so fucking stupid that everyone I've told this to, they're like, "What are you fucking retarded?" Like I ate it at night right before. I was like, I ate it before bed. I'm like, it'll help me go to bed. I was just like wanting to feel a buzz, and then I was just in bed. I was like,
How strong was it?
It was too strong.
Wait,
it
you
was,
took just ayahuasca just on a whim?
Yeah, like 11 o'clock at night.
I thought you were like with a shaman, like having a guided.
No, here's the thing: the shaman sent it to me with
like,
instructions. I didn't read them. I didn't look. I read them the next day, and they were like, "Go into this with intention," and like, you know, I just ate it, and I was just in bed, like, what the fuck? I shouldn't be on tour this much. Like I was just like, like it was fucking. It was
you're on like DMT basically.
Oh yeah, and then
forever.
I look over at the clock, and it's like 4, and I'm like, oh, like I'm not gonna sleep at all tonight. Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's
fucking
insane.
Yeah, it was
experience.
stupid. Yeah.
How long
they
did it
make
last?
Ayahuasca chocolates now.
I think I went to bed around 6 a.m. You know, and I slept like 2 hours, and then got it. But I mean, I was whacked. That
changed
day. I
guy.
was fucked up. Yeah. And then everybody was like, "Why would you? Why?" And I was like, I just got it in my head because I'd had these like edibles that were like 10 milligram edibles. Yeah. And I was like, I'll eat one of these.
Yeah, whatever.
And and I was out. I was like, I'll just eat the ayahuasca. It's so stupid. Yeah. I was so fucking out of my mind.
I have that Molly in my room that someone who isn't me gave me.
Yeah.
And they're just burning a hole in my pocket.
Yeah.
Dude. I just look at them every night. I'm like, I should just hang out and take Molly. I'm so afraid to do it.
Really?
Yeah. I've done it before and it's great, but just doing it on like basically a school night.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
I would just sit here and play a video game and it's coming though.
Yeah, I
Do
get
those
scared.
go bad?
I do get scared. Like,
Do
when
those go
things
bad?
I don't think so. No, it's just in like a crystalline form. It should last forever. I get scared when things kick in on me. I'm like, oh fuck, here it comes.
Yeah.
It's like, that sounds terrifying.
Ayahuasca, when you weren't quite sure of what it was going to do.
Well, here's the thing, and I had a guided experience before.
Okay.
Where like that one was cool with like the shaman and that was, you know, a whole thing where it was fucking a whole day of that.
Yeah.
But they were like watching you and, you know,
So you knew what you're getting into then.
I just got. It was just like when your brain goes,
Yeah,
nah, it'll be
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Just being stupid.
Yeah,
It was just.
yeah.
I've done that with edibles where I just like I'll like impulsively be like and gobble them up and then like have to go to like a kid's party and I'm
Yeah,
like,
and you're like, what?
oh, why did I do that? I feel like
Yeah,
kicking. Like,
yeah.
I didn't even know I ate that.
Yeah.
Or you just tell yourself it won't affect me like that, like it does normally.
Yeah.
I'm in a different
I'll be-
place now. I think
yeah.
I'll just flow with it.
Matt
It's
used
like,
to make edibles, and he would test them out on me sometimes.
yeah.
And I would
Really?
forget. I would
I would like
forget
make
I
them
ate them.
commercially. I'd make like thousands of them.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he wasn't. The dosage wasn't precise in the
Evenly
early
split?
stages.
Nah.
Nah, 'cause it's like coconut oil, so like the
The
water and the
Skizzlers,
fat.
dude.
The Skizzlers were
The
nice.
Skizzlers will knock you out.
Yeah, I almost blew our kitchen up. I was making like an Everclear tincture, and I was just boiling it on the stove on a gas stove like an idiot, ever so lightly, and it just like I was like,
Huge fire. I was playing
I yelled for
Xbox.
shame.
I was just sitting there on like a folding chair in front of a shitty TV. A giant flame. Matt's panic skills are out of control, dude. The fire starts. He's like,
I run in circles when I panic. If I'm panicking, I just run in a circle like an animal. It's bizarre. He saw me. I cut my finger. It was the same thing. I was squirting blood out of my finger, and I just ran in a circle, just going. And he's like, "Dude, you gotta go to the hospital." I'm like, okay, take me, please. I do not. I freak.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm off the edibles right now. I've been
Being
taking
good?
it easy on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pigging out for decades.
What's your like? So are you like a roll a joint guy? Or are you?
Yeah, I can smoking weed. I can smoke it. I'm like,
You're fine.
Yeah.
if I eat it, I get fucking.
I can't
whacked.
even tell when you're high.
Yeah, if I
Like
smoke,
not really. I can
No.
tell when you're fucking very high.
Yeah.
But if you're like a little high, I have no.
No, it's so I can
It's not
smoke
like
weed.
Lamisi. Lamisi, you can see it.
Yeah, true.
Like right now, I can see his eyes. He's not high.
I'm not high right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
So straight and narrow.
Yeah.
No,
Shut
the
down.
edibles-
He gets high. He just comes in.
I'm a very obvious tell. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't hide it at all.
Wait, so what was the bedtime ayahuasca experience like? It was just you.
The
Yeah, what happened?
the
See anything?
No, well, here's the thing: is like at first when it first comes on, it does feel like an edible is hitting you because it's just kind of starting. So, like in other words, like you go, oh, okay, I feel a little buzz, starts a little bit of a body high.
You put your nightcap on. You're like,
You're
I'm
like,
going to bed.
good. I'm like, this is gonna be nice. I'm just gonna fall asleep now, you know. And then your brain's like, here's things that you shelve. And then, but here's the thing, and then you start to feel it.
Laying in bed, that happens anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
But you
this
can
is-
see 'em
it's-
probably.
It's
Oh my
magnified.
God.
It's magnified. But also on top of that, a lot of physical, like your whole body starts, vibrating, and so you're just kind of like, oh shit. And then the thoughts just kind of grow, and it wasn't panic. It's not like you know how like you can get paranoid on like a really strong. It's not like
yeah.
that. But you just kind of start ruminating and thinking about things and there's no way to switch it off.
Yeah.
Like, but also in a way, it's kind of nice because hours go by and you're not like, I wish this would end. You're just kind of like lost in your thoughts and whatever
Holy
you're thinking
fuck.
about. But you're physically like, I remember at one point I was like, oh, I can't get up right now. Like I'm too high to stand up.
Yeah.
And I look over and it's like 3, and I was like, ooh, I'm just gonna. I think I need to pee. I'm
Just get pissed.
just gonna piss in this bed.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna piss my pants.
Yeah. Yeah, I pissed in the bed.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Someone will clean it up.
Piss in the bed is a nice feeling.
I pissed one time in the bed when I was 17.
Did you really?
I it hadn't happened since like childhood, and I remember waking up and being like coming from like a vivid dream where I pissed in the dream.
Yeah.
And I was like, you've got to be fucking shitting me. I couldn't believe it. And I was so mortified that I just flipped the mattress over. Like
Good move.
I
It is
took the
embarrassing.
sheets off, flipped the mattress, and that was it.
If I piss, I'm just shit faced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't done it in a while. Praise Allah. But
Yeah.
when you go to like the beach or something, it's fun to just piss your pants before you get in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
awesome.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah, it's
Pee in the
great.
Pissing your
sand.
pants is a good feeling.
It is nice.
You piss your pants. Didn't you just piss your pants as a fucking experiment the other day?
That was a long time ago.
It was an experiment. I was drunk and I had to drop a bike off, and it was warm. It was nice.
Oh, you
Yes.
did it recently?
Yeah, like 2 months ago.
I thought you were talking about during your mental breakdown.
You
when
were just
peed
like-
yourself.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
You just
Oh,
standing
yeah.
outside and you're just like, I'm gonna piss right here.
No, wait, you pissed twice? What was it?
He did it one time at a low point in his life. He had a
The low
psychotic
point
break.
was at
Peed his
Walmart,
pants.
right?
Yeah,
that
he
was
left
at Walmart.
You were
left
standing in
Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah, I was working and I wanted to see if anybody would know, and I just pissed. Nobody knew.
You just wanted to-
Jesus Christ.
And then you're just standing in a pool of piss?
No, it was just.
No, he trailed it.
It ruined
He
my
probably-
pants.
Oh, okay.
It ruined my pants.
Oh, so you soaked your pants and
Ruined my
stopped. You didn't
Yeah,
use a puddle.
yeah. I soaked my pants. It didn't make it. It didn't puddle. It didn't puddle.
Okay.
Did you just
No
say I
puddles.
quit? Did you? You were working and you decided to piss
I
your
wasn't
pants?
working at Walmart. I was doing like Aramark, like the snacks, handing out snacks and stuff. I was
You were
like,
handing out snacks and you just stood there and pissed yourself?
not the snack thing. My shift was over, and I was like, all right, okay, I can walk home. I just blown up steam.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
Yeah.
You decided to
Yeah,
pee
no.
yourself before the walk
so
home.
crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
You're
I
in
was-
reality testing. You were deep in Inception.
No, I was
That's
mad.
your spinning top.
But this,
Yeah.
this is a way crazier story than any of this drug shit we're talking about. Like,
That's so
you're
weird.
just standing in Walmart pissing.
What was the
Yeah,
latest
what'd you
piss?
The latest one, I was
You
drunk.
promised me you'd never do it again.
I'm not. I was drunk, and I had
You
to drop off
swore.
a city bike. I had to drop off a city bike. I dropped off the city bike, and then I had to go home, but it needed me to take a picture of the city bike. So I had to walk back to the city bike, and I filled up with piss so quickly. And I took a picture, and I had to make a choice. It was like either piss my pants or like
Pull your pants down and piss.
in front of the
on
school, though. It was a kid's school.
Good
A
call.
kid's
you're
school,
afraid of-
not an adult school.
What time was it?
It's a pedo
It
charge.
was midnight.
Yeah, you can piss.
Yeah, but you get the pedo charge if they can't. I mean, yeah, against hours.
Yeah.
You did the right thing. You
Dude,
pissed
there's
your
no
pants.
way
You
that-
pissed your pants for the kids.
Yeah.
So wait, did you just stood there and pissed?
I did just stand there and piss.
Did you just let a little bit of pressure off? or
But
did you
that
let
one
the
had a
whole-
pool.
No, I full pissed. No, this, it was.
It must have been a huge piss. If you were drunk,
It went in my socks. It was in my shoes.
What shoes are you wearing?
Definitely
not
those.
these, Not these. Not these.
those are the only shoes you
No, I
have.
got different shoes, dude. I got different shoes.
You lying, dude.
I'm
Those
not
are those
lying,
shoes.
dude. It was a different pair of Pumas. I swear.
Different pair of Pumas.
Or your piss pumas?
I don't believe that pissing in front of a school thing.
No.
What, you
Those
get
cops
pedo?
will let you go.
Yeah.
If you get caught with that, they're fucking. You were doing something.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you're like, no, I was just taking a piss. It's like, no,
yeah,
dude,
that's a
you
good.
were,
That's a fair point, actually.
you were
I
doing
thought about
something
that.
else.
Or you just like, or if you're like really talking shit to a cop about it, that's how they
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
If you're hammered, you're like, what are you gonna fucking
Like,
do,
yeah.
pussy? Well, you're a pedophile now. So. Nice badge, pig. You dumbass.
Now you're a
Now you gotta
pedo.
go door to door.
Yeah, so many people leave that out. That they leave out like they're like one of my friends always talks. I've been with
Yeah.
him talking, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Fucking cops are dicks." I'm like, "That you were a dick.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
always start shit to
That
these
Luis
guys."
Gomez story is he did that to a cop.
He did.
Oh,
He was picking up his sister from the airport with a new dog. His sister had to fly to pick up a dog, a puppy that he was getting the kid. So he's in the car in the waiting line at the airport with the kids, and a cop comes up and is like, "You got to move. You got to keep it moving. You can't just park here." And he was like, "Fuck you."
Right.
Like he just was like, "Write me a ticket, dude. I'll pay the ticket. I don't give a shit. I'm sitting right here." And the guy went back and ran his plates, and he had a warrant, and he got the car impounded.
Really?
On the spot.
On the spot.
So he had to stand there with a new puppy and his crying kids. They took his car.
But they didn't take him.
No, they just took his car and were
Wow.
like, yeah, pretty funny.
life
Yeah.
stopped him.
Yeah. Lewis is the best,
Yeah, I love now that everyone hates cops. I love cops now.
obviously.
I was excited to get pulled over. I never
Yeah.
had a. My wife was a cop for a while.
We're big.
She was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
briefly. And
blue lives, dude.
now I love
Yeah.
cops. It's funny when I met a lot of them. So now like I've talked to them. I like when they pull you over. It's fun to chat them up. Be like,
Yeah.
bro, just I can't believe what you do is crazy, man. And they'd let you right off.
You got that
There you
haircut
go.
too now.
I got the cop cut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
so-
Remember when I got pulled over? I got pulled over by cops leaving our Billies, and they thought I was undercover.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The cops did.
The cops thought I was an undercover cop, so they were like, "Pull over, we got to chat." I looked like a cop that much. They pulled me over, and I was like, "What the fuck did I do wrong?"
You were
They
probably
came
dressed
up-
like a kid who went to high school to buy drugs.
Yeah, for real. They pulled me over, and the guy goes, 369? And I was like, "Damn thing's fine." I thought he was, I swear to God, I thought he said a yin yang twin lyric. He goes, 369? damn thing's fine. They were like, no, we thought you were an undercover.
You're like, these cops are doing riddles.
Yeah.
Damn thing's fine.
Damn thing's fine.
That is so fucking. I always had cop face and cop hair.
Yeah,
and
we look like three cops.
Yeah,
dude.
we do.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, actually. It's kind of tight, dude.
Yeah. Man, get on the fucking ground.
Yeah, I worked,
Gardini, what are you doing with him? You shouldn't be in this
Yeah, what are you
neighborhood.
two doing together?
I worked at a restaurant where they on Sunset, and Sunset has this part that's a track, so there's always hoes and pimps walking around, and they I'm like 22, so
Yeah.
I have like short hair and just like, I don't know, this fucking face.
Yeah.
And some of them would order, because they'd order like lemonade and sandwiches, and I would go, here you go, and they go, thanks, officer, and I go, and they just turn around and walk
You were a
away.
little bigger back then.
Actually, at that age,
Oh,
I
you
was
weren't?
no, I wasn't big yet, but they were just like,
Because the bigger you get with a cop face,
yeah, oh, yeah,
it-
then
it
they go,
Yeah.
triples. They're like,
I have
oh, this is a
cop head.
seasoned veteran.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. You
Yeah,
don't
no.
look like you've been sitting in a patrol car.
No, I'm a big
I got
cop. yeah.
big
I'm new
patrol car
recruit.
body.
I'm class 487, dude. I'm new recruit.
Yeah, dude, damn thing's fine.
369?
369. Damn shorty's fine. Is that what you guys mean?
You guys just wanted to hear me say some yin yang shit
You
back to
pulled me
you?
over to ask me a rap lyric?
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
Who are I know you're a big history guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what I mean,
That's Custer and that's Ulysses S. Grant.
that's Grant?
Yeah, that's
You've been to
Grant.
Grant's farm?
No.
I've been there. It's
Really?
cool.
I haven't
Yeah.
even been to his tomb, and it's right here.
What?
Yeah. He's in New York. He's buried in New York, yeah.
Grant's farm's wild in
Really?
Missouri, yeah. It's impressive.
I'd like to go. What happened while you were there? Tell us about it.
So I was dating somebody in the Anheuser-Busch family, and they own that property.
What?
They own Grant's
What
farm.
was his name?
His name was Philip.
Philip Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, so lots of beer and lots of gay shit went down there. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I fucked so many guys there.
What a dream.
Yeah. No, they had so they have like his actual, like you see where he
Yeah.
was born, I think, on that farm. And so they have that property. And then it's just like, it's only something that somebody could have that they built and established at like the turn of the century,
Yeah.
because it's like in St. Louis.
Oh,
you know what I
wow.
mean? Like, it's not like, oh, go out. It's like, it's right there. And I feel like it's hundreds of acres.
Yeah.
And, you know, the Bush people made it like, there's like, they loved animals or
Oh, nice.
August did. So there's like, you know, it's like a zoo, like a
Yeah.
private zoo. And then,
kinda
and then it's just like beautiful, like, you know, streams, and you feel like you must be out in the country,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
really
yeah.
not, you know?
No.
Yeah.
That's nice. That was how Mount Vernon was.
Really?
They have all the original animals, which is
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Do they really?
Yeah, they're like, these are the cows they had from the.
But does this,
Damn.
like, he mean something to you, or like,
no, I just like them.
You
Yeah.
just like 'em, yeah.
I'm a fan.
you're a fan?
Yeah.
Do you fan? I just got into the World War II series.
The Ken Burns.
No, I don't know if it's his or not, but it's so good on Netflix.
Oh, in HD or in color?
The one in
or-
color, yeah. It's so good.
That's awesome.
I was ripping through that thing.
Yeah, World
Like,
War II is
Yeah.
fucking cool.
That's my favorite world.
My
War.
wife was like,
Yeah.
"You're really an official dad now." 'Cause
That's
you're like
it.
sitting at night
Second
just
you're like,
watching
yeah.
Yep.
World War II shit.
I mean, there's nothing else to watch. This is how it happens.
Yeah.
To try to watch something, you're like, this is. Although I watched the new Alone series
What's that?
where they go out in the woods and it's 10 people in the woods and see who's can stay
Yeah,
longer.
that's
Oh yeah.
Makes you want to build a shelter, dude.
The crazy
Yeah.
thing about like a good World War II or any war dog,
They're nice.
I'm just saying.
The
Hold on,
building? No.
there was a guy on there that was such a cocksucker.
On where?
On Alone. He's sitting
Yeah.
there. He's like, I'm not roughing it. You're roughing it. Sitting there on the couch doing nothing. I'm out here challenging myself. The whole time he's doing all this shit.
Oh,
His bitch ass had to go home, dude. I was sitting on the couch just like, hey, welcome,
was
to the,
talking to the
welcome
viewer?
to the couch, dickhead.
he was talking to the viewer. He was
Yeah.
talking shit to the viewer.
Yeah, he
Like,
was
to
talking
the
shit the
camera?
whole time. He was like, I got it. He was
fuck?
doing all that fucking wellness shit. He was like releasing endorphins out here in the wild. All this.
And so
Why
I
it's
was
did
a
sitting on
he
the
tap? Why
couch
did he
just
tap?
like, what a bitch.
just like a survival shit though.
yeah.
What tapped him?
He ran out of food. They all run out of food.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. He just starved. I was sitting there eating Triscuits.
Having a good
I
time.
was like, this
Wait, so
is
who
nice.
doesn't run out? Because the winner obviously, like, how do they not
There's
run
one
out?
guy snagged the fucking moose early.
What?
Yeah.
A moose?
A moose.
How?
One guy stabbed a yak to death.
What?
Yeah, he fights a yak on camera.
On
He's wearing
camera?
a GoPro, like running, like stabbing it. Fucking yak.
I would
Really?
eventually suck
Yes.
that guy's dick in the woods and be like, bro, we're together now.
Yeah, I'd be like, dude, take me.
You
I would've
start
gave it up.
slow by just like touching his leg. He's like, what the fuck are you
You'd be
doing?
a sweet boy.
Yeah.
I've never had moose before.
Guy got a moose, and then he had to fight off wolverines.
What?
He killed a wolverine with a hatchet in the middle of the night.
Fuck?
Yeah, because the wolverines were getting all his
where's
meat.
this on?
Like northern Canada.
No, but where do you see it? Like on,
It's on Netflix. There's a new
Is it?
season on Netflix.
It's on
Damn.
Netflix.
Yeah, this season on Netflix, they're just nothing too exciting. They're just killing beavers.
Pretty tight.
But on
Yeah.
this one, a dude killed a yak.
A guy that one season, yeah, a guy kills a yak where the yak's like wounded and he has to run and like stab it and keep running.
And then do they actually like?
A guy is literally sitting in his cabin in the middle of the night and he hears the wolverines who have been getting all his things. He's like, these motherfuckers. You see him grab a hatchet and go out into the dark and kill a wolverine
Jesus,
with
man.
a hatchet. He's like, I got it. And then he just lays back down. It's like, good God.
And when the guy kills the moose, do they dress it and like?
yeah.
And he knows he cooks it over a fire.
Yeah. And he's like, I got to do it fast. It's too much meat for me to.
Yeah, make jerky or
Yeah.
something.
It's cool. They're all really good at it.
All right, something new to check out.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
This season, it's fine.
Yeah, you're not thrilled.
I wasn't totally thrilled with
Should
it.
message.
God
message
damn.
You
you
got to fast forward through all their backstories, though. That's where they try to get you.
Oh right.
You got to watch them. They're
You're
like,
like,
I
oh,
miss my
skip-
wife and
skip the-
family.
yeah,
and things.
yeah.
Yeah,
Get
half
the
of it's
fuck
some
out.
guys being a gym teacher.
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah, I want to see you kill an animal with your hands.
I want to see you starve to death and die, so I don't have to
Yeah.
think about my life before I go to bed.
Yeah. It makes you hungry. The show makes you so
True.
hungry. You're
Yeah.
sitting there
Yeah.
like, damn, I should eat. Yeah, they kill animals. They cry when they kill the animal. They're like, I love this squirrel. Thank you, squirrel.
Yeah,
They just munch
Yeah.
squirrels the whole
Squirrel
fucking
spirit.
time.
You have to honor it.
Yeah, they honor it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've killed a
I wish-
squirrel.
Yeah, I wish I
killed
could
a
get into
squirrel?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we would shoot them
Felt
with
bad.
we would shoot them with BB
Pelt,
guns.
that's what I
and
did.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun though when you hit them.
What sucked is when
Then you feel
they're
bad.
down, but they're still alive. And you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you maim them,
Just die.
Yeah,
just hurt them.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
you've done horrific
You
things.
dropped
to
a rock
animals.
on a bird.
Yeah,
You caught the bird slipping then.
Yeah.
That's the bird's fault.
Did you get two birds?
I got.
Squished a frog. He's done all types of shit.
It was in a bag already, so I just squeezed
He
it.
squeezed a frog once.
Why was it in a
He
bag?
was just running because a kid at camp caught it and was trying to keep it, and his retarded ass walked up and was just left the bag. The kid came back to his frog. His frog exploded in the bag. That probably haunts that kid. He's probably like, "Guy, you
So-
can't keep frogs in bags."
So
Probably tells people, he's like, if you catch a frog, don't put it in a bag. They fucking explode.
so far we have like killing animals for fun and pissing in
yourself.
stores. That's crazy, dude.
No, he's for real. Like, you know that's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I killed a lot of animals when I was little, bro. It's not that big of a deal.
Are you from here?
No, I'm from Detroit.
You're from Detroit. Okay.
It's that water.
I like the way you answer questions. Like, you're never sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where
no.
you from? No, I'm from Detroit.
Yeah. Like you're remembering what witness protection told you to say. Yeah. Detroit, right? Michigan?
Oh man,
I'm from the Detroit Lions.
nice.
Yes.
I think we've done it.
Yeah.
I think that's a podcast.
That's a good podcast, man.
I think that's one.
Thanks for doing that. That was
Yeah, thanks for doing it, man.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me,
appreciate
man.
it. Yeah, special
Check the spec.
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer on Netflix. Check it out. Then
The
go
music.
watch Alone.
Wonderful music.
Can I tell you something, man?
Yeah.
I had that thing where they go, do you want to use stock? Because I've done that where they're like, you want music to play? And they give you some stock shit. Or they're like, or do you want to write checks
Yeah.
for like big songs? And I was like, let's fucking do it.
Was
Like, let's-
Sledgehammer? Did you walk out to that song on tour the whole
No,
time?
never.
No.
Never.
You got Peter Gabriel Sledgehammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got
Damn.
Gangstar. Now your mind
Yeah,
to close.
at the
yeah.
end.
That's a nice move.
Yeah. So that's two car. I bought two cars to fucking
Yeah.
have music on them. Yeah.
Good.
But here's the thing. I actually feel like it's one of those things
worth
where you
it.
go, it adds value to
cool.
the whole experience. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like you hear those songs and you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's going to go to taxes anyway, so it's fucking,
That's true. Yeah.
give it to someone